test so before the night pass. Get right, hey, we got a good thing. Don't know if I'ma see you again, but is that a good thing? Cause girl, I can't be your man. No man, I know what's on your brain. You probably hope it never would end. Like, is it the real thing? Or is it just a one night stand? Well then, cold world. Straight up now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Or is it just a hit and run? Well, hey, straight up I tell you, I just really wanna cut when we together. Come here girl, let's get it on. Hey, straight up now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Or is it just a hit and run? Well, straight up I tell you, I just really wanna cut when we together. Come here girl, let's get it on.
What's the sky without the stars? What's a story without heart? What am I if I'm not standing where you are? What's goodbye without a kiss? What's a penny without a wish? What's tonight if you're not here to spend it with? And where's the light if there's no dark? Where's the flame if there's no spark? And what am I if I'm not
Let me know. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Boba Bash's Matcha Mayhem for our second, I believe, stream of this week. It is between Vantix Elite versus NRV GC. I'm Rhodes, joined today with Status and crnnngyn, going to be our observer slash producer today. Status, welcome to the stream. How are you feeling as we're going to be watching a big matchup today?
Absolutely, I'm feeling very excited. Start of a new season. Everyone is bound to be hyped. Everyone's excited, looking to get a leg up in the standings as early as possible. It's going to bound to be a great game today.
Yeah, and we are starting off on the map split, and we're already getting some spicy picks in for this defender squad. We're going to be seeing a Neon and Phoenix on the split map, something that is slightly irregular, I would say here. What are your thoughts on it, where they're looking to be a very aggressive start, I think?
Yeah, I think we're seeing the double duelist comp a lot in a lot of Valorant games these days, especially even with the Neon nerfs. You see a little bit less Neon, but Neon Phoenix still very strong. A lot of teams running it on a variety of maps. On the opposing side, though, we're seeing it looks like it's going to be a solo raise double initiator. I love seeing Sky Teho. I love Teho especially. Site initiations just feel so much easier with that Teho, especially in that double initiator meta.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what this team does ultimately unlock, because like you said, it looks like very different team compositions coming into this. One very aggressive, one looking to be very info heavy, and we are going to get that Teho and Sky, so very different team compositions coming into this. Only one character is going to match, which is the Omen for both sides, but I'm very excited to see what we got today, and it really depends on how both these teams are ultimately going to play, because starting off here, it does feel like their compositions does not complement what sides they're starting off with. With the double duelist, they're starting off on the defense, and with that double initiator with the sentinel, they're starting off on the attack here. So this early rounds especially matters so much on the first half.
Absolutely, yeah. And one more thing that I think worth noting out, it does seem that we had a oh, apologies, I think I was misinformed. So it looks like we received word that there was going to be a sub on the side of NRV, but it seems that all 5 players are in game here today.
Yeah, we'll see how everything does ultimately matter, but the pistol round is where we're going to begin. Attacking side is going to be huge. Will NRV be able to get off well, or will it be Vantix on the defense? We'll have to find out, as a mid hit is going to come right and loaded. Will we have an early fight?
On each side, looking early contact taken by Mina on the Phoenix. Ball coming in, to be taken out by the hot hands. And Shadow working B main, finds the pick on Jules early. Numbers advantage goes inside of Vantix. So it looks like NRV will be retreating. But a nice pick found by Shelby Lynn onto Search Party on the A site. Looks like the call's going to come in for the side of NRV to take over A. So they're going to walk into site uncontested.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4 versus 4. Shadow is going to go for that lurk around the A lobby here. So first off, this ramp fight is going to mean the most for this team.
Come out on the other side. A little messy, but trades come in. Cam tries to get the flash off. Looks like it lands, but gets taken out from main as the lurk comes in. The flank comes in.
Cover going out.
2v3 now. Reposition to heaven. Shelby Lynn finds another. It's a 2v2. Here's where we see the value of that post-plant util coming in from the Teo. A little bit of time. Bomb tapped once again. Here's the second rocket. Shelby Lynn finds a third. 3-1, but no time. Shadow finds a 4th on the round. Great start here. The bomb takes to 0, and NRV find the first round here on split.
Yeah, NRV GC gonna be able to play out the time. Shadow with some really nice shots in general, but it just will not be enough for them to secure this round right here, as now we'll see what this force afterwards will end up doing, as a lot of good weaponry will be had for the attack, and sometimes when you're the attack and getting the early lead can really snowball you into some future very good possession for you guys. So we'll see how it all does look to play out, but the defense is looking to push out towards Garage, and the attack is going to meet them right here.
A big garage fight here early on. The trades go everywhere, but looks like NRV comes out on top. Pugs finds 2. And Jules is gonna find Shadow up mid, and that is a quick second round here as NRV convert their bonus. 2-0 now on the side of NRV.
Yeah, that was probably the expected thing we expected to see there overall, but they tried to do something a little bit funky. It didn't work out, but now is where the game truly begins for the side of Vantix Elite. They have weapons now in this bonus round, but like we saw, it was a bit of a flawless from NRV in that last one, so they can definitely play into this. We'll see how things will play out overall, as we're going to see them attack towards this A site and get a lot of aggression. Shadow is the only one to defend for now.
Really a clean second round for NRV. They look to keep the train rolling. As you mentioned, again, snowballing super powerful, especially here on Split. Definitely a defender-sided map. Lots of tricky angles you have to clear, especially with the solo fade. You're not going to have as much util to burn. It's going to be an interesting half as they look to make their way through A Heaven. Waiting for someone on the side of Vantix to slip up, make a mistake, and give them a pick somewhere.
Yeah, just noises completely cut. The only thing they've heard is that teleport. But Mina finds Jules, and that's a huge opening pick for the defense, and this should play out very nicely for them if they continue with the positioning.
Great picks. They lose their info sent you there. Now what that does for Vantix, that turns the entire B main into a question mark. NRV could have people pushed up. Trades come in on the B site, and it looks like this time they will go in favor of Vantix as they stop NRV from marching on to 3. It'll go to a 2-1 score line here on side of NRV. Very clean round on the side of Vantix, and it's gonna look like our first big gun round for both squads.
Yeah, not much damage was done to the weaponry too, so Vantix is able to keep in most weaponry into this, but the main thing is Mina has the run it back available here on this Phoenix. What will we see now from Vantix on this defense? They could play aggressive if they really want to. For now, it looks like they're going to stay a little bit still as that Trailblazer does come through. The attack looking to fight though.
They're going to get cleared out by the Skydog, but unable to capitalize on it. Some good util trades come in. All staying alive. Here's the first blood taken by Ava onto Shadow in Heaven. It looks like they're going to be pivoting now towards the B site. Zeno there, and Zeno's going to get timinged. NRV now goes up 5 members to 3. Looking at an optimal retake, but they're going to find the first pick. Ava maybe getting a little too aggressive there. They got picked off. That's a 3v4 retake to the side of Vantix.
Yeah, but Cypher has a really good position here. Jules has such a good opportunity to really stifle any momentum. Shelby Lynn as well on the flank. I mean, this is so difficult for the attack to fight into.
And a big fight will be there. Shelby finds the other 2. And it's going to be a 3rd round win for NRV.
Yeah, they will take that every step of the way. Up 3-1, weapons still could be in hand for all their players, but of course Vantix still can buy into it. We'll see how well it will work out for them, because the ultimates are slowly going to come up for both teams, as Pugs will now have their Annihilation available, or Armageddon available. We'll see if they can use it to success, but I would like to see Mina pop that run it back in this round. The Phoenix ultimate is so cheap, so hopefully they can look to let it loose and find some very big value, but unfortunately they set up on the wrong side of the map, so we'll see as the attack is looking to hit this B site. The Omen is here, but is going to need a lot more than just that to defend it.
Util starts coming in, and it looks like NRV is going to waltz into this B site for free. The rotates finally start coming in to the side of Vantix, but they're going to be late, and this looks like it might be a straight 5-on-5 retake here for Vantix.
Very nice positioning held by the attackers. They're going to whiff that Prowler too. This is going to be very difficult now as Avaris in a great position.
Cleared Avaris. They're standing right next to each other. Kills come in. Ava and Shelby both finding 2. Leaves Mina on 1v3. Jules going to come from behind and clean that up as NRV find a 4th on this attacking half. They're looking dominant here early.
Yeah, and that is going to cause our very first timeout of the game for the side of the defense here of Vantix, where Vantix Elite just have not been able to find it since that bonus round. They have been very struggling. The Mina's to run it back, unfortunately, wasn't able to find value. And now that we're going to be heading on to an eco round for them, I mean, things have gone a bit questionable. Yes, their ultimates are going to slowly start to come up, but with 4 available right now for NRV GC, with how good they have been on attacking these sites, I do want to see a different game plan chosen for this Vantix roster, where right now it feels like they're being a bit too stoic in their defending of the sites, and I would like to see them be a bit more explosive potentially.
Absolutely. I think this is a great call for a pause here on the side of Smart. You have a lot of big ultimates coming out. You have the Neon ult coming. The Viper's Pit will be available possibly this next round as well. And a lot of the middle of this half for the side of Vantix is going to be how they manage that ult economy and see if they can deal with some big ults coming up on the side of NRV GC for these next couple of rounds.
But we'll see if that timeout does do them any good. Hopefully they could talk to each other and chill out a little bit, because right now the pressure is being decided heavily by the attack here for NRV GC. What will they decide to do? Because remember, this is also the map pick of Vantix. They do not want to get heavily further down here. But 3 players looking to defend, 1 on ramp 2. I mean, they have so much pressure they can put on as they're going forward.
A big push. And NRV shutting it down so far. Mina finds 1. Already lost 2. The trades go in the favor of NRV, and now Xeno left in a 1v3 with just a sheriff to his name. And a clean site take from the side of NRV once again. The bomb down. So much post-plant utility to play with to deny this 1v3.
Yeah, and especially with the slow flank here that Pugs is eventually going to rotate into. I mean, Xeno can only do essentially anything but die at this point. Just try to die the bomb if you can, because of the positioning, especially from what we're seeing right now out of NRV. I mean, it is near impossible to do anything in this round, and Jules will most likely shut this one down and will. 5-1 is what NRV is going to be in this game. They keep their ultimates available. 1 off now is Chem for those Seekers that they could look to use as well to push the defense around the map. But this is where the buy round does come into. This is where we have to see Vantix get back into the game. If they cannot get back into the game here, things are going to get extremely scary for themselves. They have 3 ults to play with at least, but weapon-wise, if they lose this round again, they will not be able to buy for a few, and this is where things in the lead could completely snowball.
Absolutely, and again, you're running the double duelist comp, but you still have a good amount of stall utility that you can be using to stop some of these pushes coming in from NRV. As here we see the showstopper coming out from Ava. Looks a clear sight, but as Vantix and a heavy stack on B here this round, it's going to be yet another 5v5 retake for the side of Vantix.
Oh, Ava's going forward.
On here, Shadow picks off, finds 2 there. And finally, for once, Vantix are going to have numbers on this retake. Here, the Annihilation comes in from the side of NRV. Finds none, and Shadow slips past it, finds a 3rd onto Chem. Finds a 4th kill in the round. Sakura is going to clean it up, and it is a flawless retake coming in for the side of Vantix. Not an ult burned there. I'm going to let Search Party get that ult to get 1 tick closer to the fatal. But overall, a very clean round from Vantix.
Yeah, very nicely well played, and I gotta say, a huge misplay overall from NRV. They tried to push into screens, and unfortunately Shadow was ready for them this time, able to find a very nice double kill, and then Pugs with a very strange Armageddon used in screens. They were just completely allowed to just push out, and it found absolutely no value, and everything just kind of fell in the lap of Vantix as they are able to finally get around back for themselves. But remember, it has been 5 of the last 6, or now 2 of the last 6 rounds for the side of a NRV, as they can still buy into this round, and they're going to do it as they split up around the map. They're pushing this defense away.
For a bit of a side take, Jules is going to somehow find 2 down mid. Looks like a little bit of a mid walk was ran by Vantix, but they're going to cut with their pants down by Jules. You know, the trades come in. Chem's gonna find 2 of their own. And all of a sudden, Shadow left in a 1v4. 4 here. Retaking A site alone. Viper's put to their name, but I don't know if it's worth investing in this round. NRV taking up position here in heaven. Looks like they are largely unaware of the possibility of Shadow slipping on the site. Maybe Shadow, you're trying to get off some sort of ninja defuse, but posts are going to be held. He begins to defuse. NRV finally realizes, no way. Shadow going to get this. It's so damn close. And, oh my goodness. No way Shadow allowed. How's he done that?
That is one of the laziest plays I have ever seen from a team, and NRV somehow are gonna win that. What a stupid sequence we just witnessed, but good for Shadow to realize that that was possible, and that lets them get back into the game as Vantix. They have 5 ultimates now available, and if you're on the side of NRV, you have to be shaking your head saying, why did we just fuck that up? Because that was horrendous, as now Vantix are right back in the game, and they're looking to play.
Big A main fight coming in early. Trip coming in once more. On the side of Vantix. Sakura and Mina find Boba coming out in retaliation. Get a stun onto Mina. That looks like NRV is largely going to be forced to bail out here. Viper's taken mid by Shadow, and Shadow locks it down, finds Jules. It's now a 4v2 in favor of Vantix. But a huge momentum shift here. It's exactly what you need on the side of Vantix to get your foot back in this game. Shadow finds one, finds a third on the round to get Vantix to 4. Now NRV. Money's still good, but you're starting to feel side effects of that ninja defuse that came in from the side of Shadow.
In the first season of Boba Bash, we saw the same thing of a ninja defuse where it completely toppled a game and just completely changed the trajectory of where it was heading, and now we might be seeing it again as 3 rounds in a row for the side of Vantix, as they're going to look to make it more 3 ultimates still in their arsenal. Money starting to get into their pockets now as well, as we'll see them push out towards B, and Jules has to be careful here.
Absolutely. Looks like it's going to be a bit of mid-aggression here on the side of NRV. They're running a 1-3-1 setup. And a lot of defenders in heaven. Jules able to find a pick onto the first one. Get out. Throws on the Cypher Cage. And a great first blood on the side of NRV. Takes out that Nightfall. It's going to make retaking a lot harder for your Vantix. So NRV continue to work their way up mid, but Mina and Sakura work in perfect tandem to take out a few more. Xeno finds another onto Pugs. Now NRV in a 2v4. Spike lost up mid. Now Shelby and Jules left to find. Jules is going to find the first on Mina. Bit of a spam kill, or maybe there's a gap in the Phoenix wall. But they'll reclaim bomb successfully.
Yeah, this round is going to be quite difficult for the side of the attack of NRV, but they're going to look to play into it at least. We'll see how they ultimately want to play as a team. They're not the best characters in the world to do this 2v3 with, but it definitely could be worse. Jules does have the camera available, does have a trip as well, but Shadow is going to be playing right behind Blue Box to be able to defend this, and this round should be over right when they hear the jump down, right when they hear the spike plant. I mean, Shadow is in a perfect position.
They chose the right side, but Shadow's going to get the kill.
Spike down.
Finds both to end the round. Vantix have leveled the playing field at 5.
Everything starts with Shadow in this game, wins the round with the ninja defuse, wins the round with kills. Perfect positioning so far from this Viper, and as we continue into this, yes, the halves are going to most likely end up quite even overall. It just forces such a momentum swing that Vantix are going to be able to get, especially when they're on attack, running a Phoenix and a Neon. Things are going to be a lot more fun for them. We'll see if things can be reset, or at least go to a 6-6 What can NRV do to get themselves back in the game now, as they have yet to call a timeout and they have lost 4 rounds in a row? How nervous are they going to be as they're going to look to hit this B site potentially?
So again, looks like NRV going to be looking the wrong site, running into pretty heavy stack from Vantix. Posted up in heaven, 2 on site. It looks like that. They might have figured out something, because they're going to be walking away from B main. Looking to explore mid. Shadow left alone, the A site for now. Anchoring it down. It looks like NRV are going to go all the way to A site, and Shadow here posted up in heaven's going to hear everything, but Ava wins the duel and takes first blood for NRV. Now a 4v5 retake. Got some good ults, the Nightfall, the run it back. Available for their disposal in here. The run back is going to come out. Flash. And Mina's aware of Ava hiding behind the neon wall. Search party finds another. Trades come in, and that's 3v3. Hugs finds kill onto Sakura. Mina creeping up. Looking into a 1v2.
No charges left.
The high-low setup from NRV is good. Not able to find anything. Search party finds the first, but 2 more to go, as well as the defuse, and Shelby peeks out from main, closing the kill, and NRV finally find their footing, get a 6th round on the board.
Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what they needed to get. At least this half now will end even after that monstrosity that we saw a few rounds ago. But we'll see if they can turn it potentially into a 7-5, turning into their defensive half. Because remember, they also still have a Cypher, which lets them play defense a bit more nice. We'll see if that does lead into anything. No ultimate's still going to be available unless Avarice or Pug is able to get a few orbs or kills. Or, I mean, really, any of them could get a few orbs or kills in general, but we'll see what the side of Vantix will decide to do. Sakura and Search Party, both their respective ultimates could be used. Nightfall, especially for Search Party, could be huge on retaking one of these sites here, as it looks like we're heading towards B.
Showstopper coming out for Ava. The Omen for Vantix going to get out of there, and everyone is backing up waiting for the retake, but the Showstopper going to come into heaven and finding a kill into Search Party, and that's a big kill. The Nightfall now gone to the side of Vantix. They are unable to use that in their last round here of defense. It's a 4v5 retake for Vantix, and looks like the clock is ticking as Jules is coming in with that late flank. Vantix seem to be none the wiser. They gotta go now. First kills coming out from Mina and Zeno on site. Jules coming out into heaven. That's going to be taken back. Mina finds another one, and Jules is going to be found out heaven. Mina looking the other way. They're going to find the first kill.
Last player standing.
But Shadow denies Jules finding another, and it's going to be Pug left in a 1v3. Sakura, the defuse comes in, and Vantix are going to even it out at 6 before the half.
Very nicely played once again from Shadow, and they are going to be able to get that in a very rough round where Search Party goes down, are not able to use the Nightfall, which was never used that entire half, by the way, which I find absolutely absurd, but they do find the round because of this Viper carrying this team by a large margin, 15-6-1 right now, as the sides are now going to be flipped, as we'll see Vantix on the attack, and we'll see NRV on the defense, where things are going to get quite spicy. 6-6 is the game, 0-0. Who can get 7 rounds first is going to be the big question, as once again, this pistol round is now going to lead into a bit of a mid-pressure type fight. We have 3 players for both teams really stacking up towards here. This could get interesting to decide the round early.
Most definitely. And I think another thing that we saw without no Info Sentinel, no Cypher on the side of Vantix. I think you want to be playing your defense rounds, especially on split, a little more carefully, but a lot of stacks came in. Pugs and Mina going to be taking the first kills in 4v4 as Vantix look to make their mark here, finding picks on all sides of the map. Now they're going to regroup a little bit here towards mid. Shelby and Chem left in a 2v4.
It is huge for Shadow finding another pick, but the rest of the team stepping up in this early round, and the defense, unfortunately, is going to be rotating towards the wrong side. So the hit is going to come towards A, so Vantix continue to have a gigantic advantage, and Shelby, Lin, and Kem are really going to need to pull off something great because the time is, or the numbers are really against them. They don't pick up the orb, which I do find quite peculiar. But whatever, we'll see what this duo can do. It is an omen, so they can still block off 2 areas, has both of those smokes up, but either way, we've seen how good Shadow has been. Mina has been quite solid as well. We'll see what these 4 members can do to close it out, because they do not want to throw like we've seen in the past so far for Vantix.
Absolutely. I can only imagine what another mishap would do for them, especially very early on. Vantix looks on the point to get to 4, but Kem's gonna find 2, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2 here on site. Shadow pushing out of heaven, they're not aware of the wrap.
Why did I sign up for
Bomb
this
not gonna be
shit?
planted for them, but a great hot hands coming down from... Again, that's going to deny the defuse there. Gets a little bit dicey there. But it's gonna come out for Vantix. They're going to convert the pistol round.
Yeah, Kem with some very clean shots, but it just doesn't matter as the time ran out. But that was a very good try in that 2v4. Mina with the triple will finish it off as they are going to win the pistol round this time around, and Vantix have a major opportunity to take a big lead like we saw in the first half for NRV. Now it's Vantix's turn to trade the times here, as we're going to be looking at a bit of a split around the map. I think Shadow wants to still look for some sort of lurky kill, because we know that this team from the side of NRV wants to be somewhat aggressive, and it looks like it's going to happen here. Shadow might be able to get into an altercation. No one else moving for the rest of the team yet, so this is really the only starter option we're getting for combat. Oh no.
Just like Shadow's finesse the Skydog, he's not going to be aware. All the players aware of there. It looks like they are. Ava's going to find a kill onto Shadow, and Shadow's not able to lurk up any further.
Supply destroyed.
Lots of motion now here on the B site as Vantix are going to come marching in. Sakura finds one with the Judge. That's a 4v4 retake here from NRV. Looking for a way back in, but DT push coming in for the side of Vantix. But Paranoia goes out to stall even further, and it's going to be so dang hard to get past this Judge here for Kem. The kills come in for the side of Vantix, so now it's just Shelby. It'll be cleaned up by Xeno, and it's a clean second round conversion for the side of Vantix as they put 8 on the board now.
Yeah, very solid there for Vantix. We didn't get to see Shadow's death, but that should have been a kill for them for sure. But either way, they're able to find what they needed to get here. Now the bonus round is where things always get spicy. Shadow is actually going to buy in a Phantom, so they do want to win this on their attack, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have all the opportunities to do so. I'd like to get Mina a kill and an orb if I was part of the Vantix roster here, but we'll see if they do get that run it back online, as once again, we're going to be getting a split from Shadow, but the rest of the team is going to be very slow towards this A site. Shadow letting this team know, saying, hey, these 2 players last time, this Sky and this Raze, did set up towards this area, and they're doing the same thing with the Trailblazer and won't spot anything out. This is perfect start for them.
But Ava's going to follow up with a kill. Their own Sakura and Mina are going to clean up the 2 A players here. Pugs now posted up in heaven, looking to see if they can find anything, but it's going to be a free site once again as Pugs awaits reinforcements.
3 versus 3 is going to be quite difficult. Not the best Pugs usage there, but we'll see how this attack plays. They're being aggressive towards screens.
Launching missile.
Looks like it is going to be the spawn push for the side of Vantix. Shelby and Xeno trade each other out, but Jules and Pugs are going to find the 2 remaining kills onto the Vantix players, and it will be a 7th round for the side of NRV as they get their first defense round here on Split.
Yeah, that is something they needed to do. They needed to complete the bonus here, or things would absolutely not go their way. We'll see if they can turn it into more, though, as 3 members did go down. So they do have a weapon deficit / economy deficit in general. And now Mina will have the run it back available on their attack. We know how strong a Phoenix ultimate can do to really be able to clear out sites and just be a very good enforcement usage where they can just get anything they really want. Even if it dies instantly, you get information, and that is key. So I'm intrigued to see what Mina does in this round. But the defensive Jules is going to try to defend this B site right here. Can the birthday pal be able to do it and defend, as they will be spotted out? So they know the cypher's here, but will it deter the attack?
Absolutely. Again, you mentioned the economy. 2 Guardians coming out for the side of NRV here. Especially with that double duelist comp, Vantix should be looking for some pretty explosive site hits. The run it back, as you mentioned, something that can be cycled pretty fast and something that Vantix should be looking to utilize well here on their attacker side. It's good. And the Trailblazer committed early. Chem finds nothing up mid.
The bomb's actually being rotated towards the mid area here, so we might see a very interesting fight. Sakura will actually drop it, but that will be in the hearing ears of Pug, so it is going to be pinged out. They know these players are towards B, and that also lets Jules now commit that second tripwire towards this area too. I mean, that was a very bad throw from Sakura, but all 5 players are here now, and here we go. Run it back is used.
Back coming out, breaking the trips. Haunt goes back site. Second trip found. They look to take backside. Mia's going to find the first kill into Jules. The paranoia coming out from heaven. Finds nothing. The plant is going to go down for Vantix Elite. 45 retake here now for the side of NRV. They're looking hesitant. 2 members in heaven, 2 members from CT. Sakura posted up in hell. Silent drop now. As the double swing comes in, and great coordination. Ava's going to find Sakura, but Mina and Search Party's find their own kills. Mina's going to find a 3rd on the round. Search Party cleans it up. The retake is no good. And Vantix Elite are going to take a 9th round as they look to continue building on this strong attack side.
Yeah, it's a full house here for Mina and Search Party. Now, Search Party has the Nightfall available. Avarice on the other side has that Showstopper. So 2 big ultimates for either side. 2 struggling players for either side have some very big momentum swing ultimates that they can use. But it is going to be an eco heading in here for the side of this NRV GC team, where things have not gone well in this half. And now they're pushing down through mid, and it is being completely watched.
Still a great idea here, I think, from NRV. Take some risks, especially on your egos when you're down. Weaponry, it looks like Vantix has a great response to it. Sakura is going to find 2, while Ava will find 1 of their own. Not going to be looking good for NRV, as now it's just left to Jules and Shelby. You're in a 2v4 with weak weaponry. Vantix is going to gear up for an A hit onto the lone Omen player.
Yeah, Shelby Lynn is almost as good as dead. Only with a classic as well. I mean, just going to get completely run down here.
Oh, the rocket will be good for 1. Picks up the Phantom, but Xeno does good to trade it out. Jules
Spike planted.
might be looking for some cheeky picks here. But there's not much you can do in this position.
Yeah, this is going to lead NRV into a very bad position in the game now. Almost guaranteed to go down 3-1 unless we see something crazy from Jules. But with 2 players playing behind blue box and not... Oh, whoa, my God, that was gross. Never mind, it's playable.
Cage triggered.
Ben's one just through the wallbang. The paranoia is going to miss from Zeno. But a second kill from Jules. The time ticks low. Vandal covered. But Zeno finds a nice strafe peek to close it out and gets a little scary. Some nice shots coming out from the defending Omen, but it's going to be shut down.
Almost a disgusting clutch there from Jules, but unfortunately it will not give them any freedom as they have lost so many rounds now. And they need to get right back in it. They need 3 to tie. They have 4 ultimates available. 4. Vantix, they have 3. So a lot of ultimates could be potentially used here, but the defense need to dictate how they're going to play the game now, as they're still going to use these Cypher chips to try to hold off the mid area, but it really hasn't helped them so far. Maybe with the smoke, it'll do a bit more justice.
Looks like Sakura's going to get caught by the tripwire. Pugs is going to find an easy first blood to take out the Vantix duelist. I'm down 1 in members. They're going to be pushing towards this B site. Both Jules and Shelby are waiting.
I must wait
for Cam, gonna D3 there. The paranoia comes out. Great paranoia from Shelby back site. Allows Cam to find the kill into Mina. And he's gonna get out of there alive, but now 2-person flank coming in from Ava. Looks like Vantix is not gonna be aware of it.
Down B.
NRV gonna find another 2 kills, and Shadow left alone in the 1v4. This round might just be as good as over.
Yeah, with this Trailblazer too, just going to make it so difficult for Shadow to do much of anything, and should get taken down by Pugs. Triple kill in the round for the Tejo, and they only needed to use the neural theft there. They really didn't need to use the neural theft there in general, but that is one big stepping stone for this team. Sakura uses their ultimate. The overdrive found no value in the round, and that is going to cause a timeout for the team as well. I mean, Vantix definitely not around you'll like. Maybe a bit of slippery fingers there, but we will get another timeout from themselves. Hopefully, they can figure out how to close out this map, because 1 round turns to 2 and 2 turns to 3. We'll see what NRV GC does decide to do on this defense. Remember, those ultimates are available. They can play really however they want and not really get punished. So ultimately, I'm intrigued to see how NRV gets back into this game if they can.
Absolutely, I think this is another great pause call from Coach Smar for Vantix. You're really going to be looking at how you work your way around these ultimates coming out on the side of NRV for these next couple of rounds so you can close out this game. Very strong showing so far on split from both teams. And to be honest, I still think it's anyone's game here. This could definitely go either way.
Yeah, 100%. Things are not over until it is over, and we're going to find out what happens in 21 seconds here. The defense is going to be setting up pretty standardly like we have seen throughout. We'll see what Jules ultimately does with those trips. It looks like it's going to be a simple garage trip, go back to mid and do that once more. So from what we're seeing across the map, it is a very weak side B if we see Vantix attack fast, but from what we've seen so far, they're attacking last second and it has just not gone their way. So I'm intrigued to see if they ever do change things up. And also Shadow for Vantix has been not the best so far in this half, and I want to see if these lurky plays like that they keep doing maybe can find some value, because Mina has cut up in kills.
Absolutely. Once again, we get 2-2-1, and Shadow once again not going to find anything on that lurk. Ava and Kem have been doing a great job taking this 2v1 like nearly every round. More often than not successful there. It's going to force Vantix down to a 4v5. So they look to group up mid. It's going to be Jules and Pugs who step up to face them. Wire gonna be found out, but Jules is gonna find a first can. Gonna find a second. Mina gonna trade out Sakura.
Seer's gonna be used.
On the side of NRV, try to find out some positioning.
But the rotate here for Vantix is going to go towards the B site, so NRV can now look to rotate with those Seekers' knowledge. They are not going to be able to get a garage cleanly unless they... Okay, the smoke actually will allow it. The question is, how will they play out the rest of round? 3 ultimates for both parties. Search party especially. Nightfall is so huge for these clears. Will they use it to win success?
Be a huge round to win for both sides, especially looking at the economy. Armageddon gonna come out back sight for Pugs, taking them out. And as the plug comes out for CT, Xeno finds one, but Shelby trades it out. And Ava finds the last kill into Search Party to clean it up. NRV find yet another round, and they're going to draw the lead. Just one.
Yeah, it's looking quite good for them now. 2 rounds in a row. The timeout did not work whatsoever for Vantix, as unfortunately their plays are very much being called out by this NRV team, where they have kind of caught on to what the attack is doing. They're playing so slowly with this aggressive comp to the point where the defense perfectly sets up for every counter attack, and it has worked out in their favor. They will finally stop going towards the B site where Jules does lie, because Jules and the trips has been one of those stopping points for the team so far. But it's still 10-9, still a force buy for the side of Vantix, so the attack still looking to play into it as they're going towards the A site fast.
Absolutely. Ramp control taken early. There you see the Viper Wall backing off vision for NRV. Shadow's meanwhile is on the other side of the map, is going to find a pick onto Jules, who took a little bit too much space up in B main. Nina now going to find one onto Ava. All of a sudden, it's a 5v3. Some pesky damage going to be dealt.
Yeah, and Shelby Lynn's going to realize that there is a rotate coming through. Now the attack is in a bit of trouble. They're questioning where they should really go, because the Omen has retaken this huge space, has full HP, and it looks like, yes, they are going to turn right back around. What will Vantix decide to do here, as A-Site has been given up completely at least, so they will still have that 4v3 advantage with the free site. Mina has that run it back, and like I keep saying, Search Party with the Nightfall, it's never going to be used, but you know, I'm going to keep saying it because I think it's still the best ultimate or so in the game for the most part, as it is a free A-Site. How will the rest of this be played out is going to be the question.
Really great mid-rounding there from the side of Vantix, calling the re-hit. And about 20 seconds ago, Pug's gonna find a missile comp to Zeno. A 3v3 retake. As you mentioned, so many question marks in terms of positioning for both teams. Sakura gonna tank the stun. Pug's gonna find one.
It's used!
It's a 2v2. The Nightfall comes out for Search Party. Looks like it's just some stall. Both Cam and Shelby going to be tagged on that.
One enemy remaining.
Here it's 2v2 turned into a 2v1. Shelby going to find one to Mina, and Search Party left all alone now. With players dropping both sides of pillar. Search Party, how did you found out to Shelby? A couple of whiff shots, but Cam, great trade. Trading out their Fallen Omen, and the defuse is going to come in on time. NRV, GC evens the playing field at 10, and it's a brand new game here.
Yeah, the thing that we're seeing with NRV is that they are such a close-knit team in all these kills. Only 2 kills separating the worst to the best, which is the opposite from the side of Vantix, where they have 2 good players playing right now and the rest are falling behind. So I'm intrigued to see if the rest of those players can look a step up and get right back in the game, because once again we're seeing a bit of a late half throw from one of the teams after dominating. So now we'll see what Vantix can decide to do, as the elite team needs to show that they're elite once more on this eco round, as Pug's getting a bit pushed in, but will be able to survive the pressure for now.
Absolutely a big mid fight coming here early. It's looking, takes a swing into about the entire Vantix team, feels like. It's going to get picked off pretty cleanly. As now Vantix looks to move into sewers. With Chem waiting patiently. Shadow finally finds on the lurk, but Chem takes out 2 before getting stunned and traded out by Sakura. Now Vantix find themselves finally with the numbers advantage. Walking towards a free A site. It's now Jules and Shelby, who we've seen be so good from the clutch before, but the Viper's Pit committed, thrown down by Shadow here to seemingly secure the round here for Vantix.
And it all starts with Pugs going down, being way too aggressive, giving away their life, giving Sakura a weapon, and now it's going to be used against them, as this Viper's Pit is just going to be so annoying with Zenil alone and behind these members. This is going to be a very hard retake for these 2 members of NRV.
Absolutely great positioning, I think, here from Zenil. Deep main. Jules is going to find the first onto Shadow, and that's going to be the Viper's Pit. Sure, retreats to elbow. The clock ticks down, but the attackers poised and ready to come back. Sakura not able to find the pick onto Shelby. And Xenos is not going to be able to do anything as the defuse comes in, but the side point 5 seconds left. Shelby able to defend a huge pick on Sakura, denying the kill onto the diffuser. And
Yeah.
11 rounds here now for NRV.
Yeah, they're able to save that throw and deny it, let them regain the lead in this game after a very, very long time. That's huge from themselves, and a big throw from Shadow positional-wise, where unfortunately just giving away their life in a really weird position in that Viper smoke lets them just be taken from behind, and it is going to be a nice round overall for those two clutchers for NRV as they're looking to take this B site now. Is Vantix taking off the gloves, saying, hey, we played slow for too long. Give us this B site. It's a 5v5 retake. Let me see you work for it.
Spike planted.
And Mina about to find the first blood here in this round as well. Gets to run it back online. It's going to be a 3-person push here. So Vantix into CT, and the trades come in. Shelby finds one search party. Going to return, and Vantix continue marching into CT, taking 2 more pugs, finds Mina on site, but Xeno will clean up the round, and just as soon as the lead went in favor of NRV, Vantix going to work it back to that draw. 11-11 here now. The final 2 rounds of the half coming up. We're about to see if either of these 2 teams can claim it. Some big ults coming up here on the side of NRV. Just 2 away from the Armageddon. Seekers online as well, as is the Showstopper. Vantix a little bit further.
I'm really proud of this team to actually learn how their composition works, though, in that last round. We'll see if Vantix decide to do the same type of strategy. Looks like they're playing slowly again. Everest getting way too far up. These two have to be careful.
Showstopper here not coming out for Ava, but not going to find anything. Kill into Sakura, taken before the Showstopper could land. Now it's going to be a 3v4 retake here for NRV.
Joke's over! You're
Run
dead!
it back, coming out for the side of Vantix as they look to take even more space up into spawn. Now, almost all 4 players going to be playing on the north side of the map here.
Missile deployed.
As NRV looks to work this retake. Jules posted up in heaven. It's Pugs and Shelby gonna work their way through main. There's a Vantix posted up. Search party gonna find the first. Mina adds another. Here Jules now working out of CT. Not gonna be aware of Mina as Mina takes up a 4-piece on the round, and Vantix get to 12. Finally finding their footing late in this game as they work their way to match point, looking to claim split.
This Phoenix is 27-17 in 6 right, completely carrying this roster right now. Them and Shadow are really ahead of the field and are looking to put this one away in a 2v8 here. We'll see if they can really get it done, as this attack needs to just get one more, just play aggressive, play smart one more time. We'll have to see as the Cypher sets up towards the mid area once again. Camera going to be used there too, so the weak side for Shelby Lynn will now once again be employed. Shelby Lynn potentially looking to find a fight here. Has to be careful, but we'll spot them out with the jump peak. Gonna use that smoke, and now what will the attack decide to play at?
Positions to backside. The Paranoid comes out. It's quite a few, and here's the Nightfall's coming out for the side of Vantix. Sakura finds an opener onto Shelby. Signal finds a second on the Pugs, and now it's a 3v5 for the game here for NRV. It's not looking great. 2 Guardians and a Stinger are all they have to their name. Here's the Trailblazer coming out of heaven, looking to see if they can find anything, find a way back into this round to try to work overtime. The Seekers now coming out as well. Not gonna do a whole bunch. Great positioning here for the side of Vantix, but Ava's gonna find it first on Navina with the flank.
Last player standing.
Apologize on site. Now it's just left to Ava, 33 HP in a dream, but Search Party shuts it down. And Vantix Elite take the first map of this best of 3, 13-11. What a great performance from Mina, providing so much of the firepower that Vantix needed to get through this first map.
Yeah, I mean, the start of this map was terrible for them. They went down 5-1. It was looking so dire, but they crawled themselves back with a bit of throws, especially that throw to start it all off, and Vantix will eventually take that map 13-11. Like you said, Mina did well. Shadow, especially in the first half, was the one to get them going. Mina finishes off, and we'll see what NRV can do as we're going to be heading to their map pick of Haven in just a few minutes, and we'll see if they can tie up this series. We'll be back in a few.
You got a thing you can't find nowhere. Kissing, screaming, straight back to war. I'm locking out until I lock the door. Maybe the danger's covered by the thrill. Cause I know I should be running for the hills. The way you touch me, straight to the heart, yeah, it cuts me. Cause I know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up. Don't tease me, keep me around like it's easy. When you know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up. I know that when it's all done, I'll hate you bad in the long run, but somehow it never ends. My heels on the edge of your bed again, yeah. I get obsessive with you. All that I want is attention from you. Break into my life and break all my rules, it's true. The way you touch me, straight to the heart, yeah, it cuts me. Cause I know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up. Don't tease me, keep me around like it's easy. When you know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up. Should run for the hills, should run for the hills, should be running for the hills the way you touch me. Should run for the hills, should run for the hills, should be running for the hills the way you touch me.
Hold our memories inside my heart and dreaming we won't have to be apart. And when the storm comes, should we just run? Without you, I wanna have anyone. On my dark days when I lay there, I wish that we could breathe in the same air. Now you're not here, my vision ain't clear, cause I'm not me when you're not here. My heart to be the same way, I don't like this feeling. Can we just go back to yesterday? And it's been so long, I've been feeling so gone. Gonna find a way, I promise, babe. And I know, and I know, and I know it hurts like hell. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know it hurts like hell. I wanna swim across the waters just to see your face. Like a lighthouse in the distance, I need you to come and guide my way. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I don't wanna lie, this is how I feel. It doesn't have to be a dream, we can make it real. You tell me that it's hard keeping up the fight. I tell you that you're beautiful when you cry. I know that it's hard not knowing where the road ends. I know that we're scarred when we battle through the seasons. You make me feel good when you're by my side. I hold you close, no need to hide. My heart to be the same way, I don't like this feeling. Can we just go back to yesterday? And it's been so long, I've been feeling so gone. Gonna find a way, I promise, babe. And I know, and I know, and I know it hurts like hell. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know it hurts like hell. I wanna swim across the waters just to see your face. Like a lighthouse in the distance, I need you to come and guide my way. I'm coming home to you.
just so I can touch your face. You're my lighthouse in the darkness. I think I finally found my place. I'm coming home for you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you.
I could run, I could cry, I could plead. I could say it's never gonna get any better and leave. I could throw my hands up, I could fall to my knees. I could tell myself I'm strong enough to give all the love that I need. But I still need you to ease my load. Hold me when the lightning strikes. Lead me home when I don't know which way is right. Love me when it's hard. I promise that I'm not leaving from your side. And when I fall apart, promise in the dark
side of NRV to make a difference in the second map?
Probably not throw a major round that leads you to losing the entire map in general of getting ninja defused. That's probably something I would look towards for sure. But they are going to be starting off on attack, which is the quote-unquote better side of the Haven map pick. Of course, is going to be, of course, NRV's map pick in general, which is going to make things extremely interesting as those final picks are going to come through, and it is almost going to be a mirror matchup. Jules will opt for the Vice instead of the Cypher here, as Search Party will be swapping off that Initiator role onto the Sentinel here. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what both teams got. I want to see if NRV has the fight in them, because right now we of course are going to see the major majority of Vantix be in that head momentum wise here.
Absolutely. One more time, Vantix starting off on the attacker side, running the double duelist. Sakura switching from the Neon onto that Jet. Mina remaining on the comfortable Phoenix. We're gonna see them group up in A main here early. Looks like a bit of mid aggression is gonna come out on the side of NRV to kick things off for them.
Yeah, it is what it is currently looking. We'll see how Vantix is going to decide how they want to play out the rest of the round once they do get that information. But we do know NRV does have a very aggressive defensive half. So here we'll go. We'll see who can get that lead with the pistol round, as especially with that camera from Search Party should be able to spot these players out. But it looks like Vantix is going to head towards the A site where Pugs does lie, so it is pretty much going to be a free site depending on what Pugs is going to be able to do with the Classic and the Half Armor, all alone and afraid.
Absolutely. 4 members now. The Vantix take a pretty free A site with a 5th falling up in sewers. Aven Chem looking to work the flank. They're going to run into a tripwire there, which will alert Vantix to the flank, of course. We get for a 5-on-5 retake. First pick goes in favor of NRV. Chem finding them to Search Party there. A lot of CT pressure coming in. The hot hands goes down. Pugs finds another. First tap on defuse. All the members of Vantix are going to be grouped up in that smoke there. And Xeno and Mina, last 2 to fall, but they're unable to do anything. And it's going to be a flawless pistol round. Great retake for the side of NRV to kick things off here on Haven.
Vantix with some very questionable play there, all grouping up right into a smoke. They throw a molly as well, and they all try to push into it. Just a lot of questionable plays that the communication there for their team definitely was not on point, and it was taken advantage of by NRV, as they are going to win the first pistol round like we did see in the last map as well. So I'm intrigued to see what they can do, because we have seen them get off to a very good start with those weaponry, especially classics, going to be bought here for the attack of Vantix, where, I mean, it is going to be very difficult for them to do much of anything, as Averith is going to find the first blood on the Shadow.
A little cheeky peek out of doors there earlier to take out the smokes for the side of Vantix. It's going to be tough to do any sort of site exec now here. NRV pushing up A as well, taking up a lot of space. NRV closes in on locations. Gonna take out the Cypher Cam. Cam gonna fall though, and Search Party and Sakura with the classics. Taking 2, that's 2 guns now recovered for Vantix, a Spectre and a Guardian, as they look. Pull off a thrifty round 2. Cypher Cage gonna fall a little bit short of its original Heaven target, of course, without smokes.
Spike planted.
Thinking about, but Ava with the no-scope Marshall, a couple more shots fired onto Mina, but unable to find the target. Now let's see if they're aware of Shelby lurking up. TP past the trip, and Mina unaware.
Enemy remaining.
What is that shot from Ava dashing out of heaven? Making things a 1v1. Shelby with the Spectre, not finding anything, swaps the secondary. And it's just the pistol from Sakura as well. Smoke goes down from Sakura, and Shelby is able to close the round with just 11 HP left to their name. Ava, incredible work there. After the 2 kills go to the side of Vantix, it looked like this was a very winnable round for the attackers. Ava finds 3 with the Marshall, including an incredible no-scope dash out of heaven onto Search Party. What was that shot?
Yeah, I mean, that was a very, very bad round overall, though, for the side of this team, where NRV needed to come out a bit more strong than that. It's going to make this bonus a bit harder, but like you said, Averus with some very nifty shots with that Marshall will find 3 on the round. Shelby will save it from being a potential cursed second round there, but either way, not the best result that they probably would have liked here, as now we see the attack having an advantage.
Mid-aggression early on, Ava is going to find the first pick on Mina, and if you're Mina, you're definitely shaking your head at that one. Especially because you have the weaponry advantage going to the second round. Again, very strong second round coming up from Vantix, even though you're
look
so
at Jules.
close to winning. Definitely took some big guns out, and now Jules the Lurk finds 2. First pick onto Shadow.
No charges.
Now going to be chased down by Sakura. Peeks ahead of the flash. Sakura is going to find the kill, but Ava finding another Search Party with a kill of their own, and now it is a 3v2 in favor of NRV. Now, what went wrong here for Vantix? You have the weaponry advantage. Best gun on the side of Vantix was the Guardian in Ava's hand, but they're able to do great work with that. Now, it's going to be a sight hold. 2v3 sight hold here for Vantix to see if they can take this third round. Very quiet on both sides. Cam working their way through sewers. CT pressure being applied, and Search Party finds the first one to Ava. But Sakura finds one of their own. It's left to a 1v1 both of these jet mains. Ava and Sakura. Ava just left on 20 health. Sakura not moving on the first tap, but eventually begins to creep forward. And a nice little peek there. Good timing there for the attacking jet. Vantix get their first on the board.
Yeah, we're seeing sloppy play constantly from both these teams. Really opens up the map a lot more, and the Jets are the ones that are capitalizing. 6 kills apiece for both of them, but it will be the round, like you mentioned, going towards Vantix, as we'll see, as they are going to force back into this next one. Not a lot of money to go around for either team, but the armor will be advantage towards the side of this NRV roster, where things have gone a bit spicy. They need to play a bit smarter, both these teams. I'm really intrigued to see if they can pull that one off, because right now a lot of things are getting away with, and we'll see if it does get a bit better.
Aware of the player back plant now. NRV begin their attack on the site. Sakura finds one with Blade Storm onto Jewel. Zeno finds another onto Ava. Ava had the Outlaw there now, was looking for some impact there with 2 members having only light shields for the side of Vantix, and now it is a 5v2 here in favor of Vantix. Just Chem and Pugs looking to maybe find some kills on their way out. Doesn't look like a lot's going to be done here. Hylos had a good flash here from Chem, but Mina finds both. Vantix even the field at 2.
Yeah, that was a lot better play. They played faster than they would usually do, and mispositions, unfortunately, for the side of NRV will give away their life. There was an outlaw potential for Averus, but with all those smokes, all those flashes, like the paranoia used, it just made it impossible to even attempt to get that outlaw usage. Well, Soccer with the Blaze Storm finds some value. Just overall very nicely played, and we'll see if they can win this next round cleanly. They're going to leave the bomb and spawn, which is a bit questionable, but they do have a gigantic weapon lead heading in to round number 5, as this game is tied, but we won't be tied for long.
Absolutely just sheriffs the name of the NRV players. Except for Ava, who's popped a Blade Storm of their own. Now, Vantix is going into a 3-player site. Mina finds the first kill into Shelby. Good flash coming in from the Vice player. The kills will come in. Now it's just left to Jules on site. Sneaks past, takes some 2 shots, but they're going to be found out as well, and Shadow's going to find that kill, leaving Vantix in a 4v2 site hold here. Once again, just Pugs and Chem, the 2 players who are off-site on C to start the round. Another high-low setup on logs. And just the one going to come in. Hot Hands goes towards CT in retaliation. And now Pugs flashed out. Great turn there. Mina, it's just lightning fast. Now Pugs might be looking to go down a spike here.
Yeah, very solid round again for Vantix. They get everything they want to get. They have ultimates now coming up. Pugs, like you said, will fall, but they're playing a lot better in their attack so far than we saw in the last map. But we'll see if Vantix can continue to put on the pressure as a gun round is going to come out. And our first operator buy of the series from Avarice is going to be here on the Jet. We'll see how much value it can look to get, or will we see the attack be able to maneuver and make it completely useless like the gun it is in this elo? We will have to find out here, as the setup actually will be a bit more heavy towards C this time, so maybe there is a possibility to get some value on it.
We see Ava here posted up C long. The drone looks like it's going to be able to clear them out. Don't know if they spotted the op, but it's possible the drone was able to see that, as Vantix is now going to hit the brakes to regroup and turn their sights elsewhere. A lot of space taken up A main here for these defenders. Chem posted up in sewers. Pugs the IGL down A long. Looks like they'll be retreating now, though. Dark gonna come in some damage. Not Pugs as they were on their way out, and here the run it back now comes in from Mina as NRV look to regroup and play a full 5v5 retake here.
Spike planted.
Long flank coming in from Jules. Mina heads back to meet them. Gonna be looking to see if they spot anything. Ava takes some damage up in heaven. And here now the Hunter's Fury is gonna come out for female to stall them a little bit longer. Push out a CT. Not finding any damage though. Here the hot run it back coming out from Chem. Able to find one, but Unit Secura finding kills of their own.
I know exactly.
Operator takes an errant shot. Knocks off the Pugs, and Shelby finds two. Gets both of the kills with the spam. And Chem finds a third on the round to make a successful retake here for NRV. As they take a third round, evening the score. Vantix unable to take a fourth, and looks like they'll now take a pause. Timeout coming here from Coach Smar. What do you think Smar is talking to his team about right now?
Probably don't lose a free retake. I would definitely assume there. Sakura moving way too much at Graffiti and giving away their life for no reason. You have to let your team play into, when you're in Hell in that position, you are the one playing off your team. And unfortunately, the Hell players just unfortunately did not do their job, including Sakura, who wide swings way too much. But overall, I mean, it was a solid round from the side of NRV, as they were going to retake, especially with an operator. 5v5 retaking with an op is nearly impossible, but when things just go your way, when Xeno used that ultimate way too early with the Hunter's Fury, things just kind of fell into their plate and they're able to get the round done. So I'm intrigued to see now what this team is going to be able to do on the attack. They still are on the better side, but Vantix need to figure it out now. Of course, they have won 3 of the last 4 rounds. Nothing is going too poorly for them, but Sakura is the only one right now that is really feeling like they're trying. They need the rest of the team to step up behind them.
Absolutely. A few slip-ups on the side of Vantix in that last round.
Here.
But also some heroics coming out from the side of NRV. Great spray transfer from Shelby. Great 3-piece coming out from Chem as well. The smoke goes out once again to deny Ava the space. Looks to take the shot, but the barrel peeks out and Sakura is able to find Ava before a shot lands onto any Vantix players. And now NRV gonna find themselves down 1 player. Have some big ults, however, to their name that they could be using on this retake or to stall. The Steel Garden online, as is the Hunter's Fury. For Pugs, the drone going to be sent in to Garage, but I don't believe it's going to spot out. Mina tucked away in that corner. Now the 2 Phoenixes might be looking at a duel here, and Mina's going to take that duel in Garage. Now it's 3v5 here.
Spike down A.
Nerve, but Jules able to find the first. Altman teleport gonna come in as well. And now Nerve left in a 2v4. Just Shelby and Pugs left here. Gonna be looking to see if Nerve can convert another retake here. Good hot hands to stall. Not a lot of value gotten off of that paranoia. All 4 members. It's a firing squad from Vantix. Pugs and Shelby both go straight into it, downed by Shadow and Mina respectively. As Vantix get a leg back up in this game, taking the lead 4-3.
And it all starts with Avarice giving away their life in the smoke. Something you should not do with that very expensive gun to the operator is give away your life. And unfortunately, it all started there. Let the attack dictate how they're going to play around the map. And then they're just able to find extra picks. We saw Mina in Garage able to find 1-2. And it just kind of fell apart, and now going to force the eco on to this defense, but they are looking to push out here. Will we see the attack put off guard, as Mina is the only one really in this position to die at the moment, but the bomb is nowhere near and they have to retrieve it.
Absolutely. Nerve's gonna have blocked all the way down, and Mina takes a nice shot onto Ava. Gonna be able to get out of there safely. Shadow's gonna find yet another, but Chem now a chance. Find a way back into the round, but could be shot down pretty quickly by Shadow.
Player standing.
Aware of the jump into window, Jules is unable to find anything with the classic either. Now it's just left to Pugs in a 1v4. Finds the first onto Zeno. Gets out of there. Finds the second on Search Party. A third onto Shadow. Gonna be able to retrieve the rifle, and now it's just down to Sakura. See if deny the 1v4, and Sakura does the wallbang headshot onto Pugs. Incredible shots coming out from the leader of this Nerve GC team, but unable to find the fourth. That'd be an incredible thrifty conversion here for Nerve, and Pugs does great, but Sakura feeling themselves for sure right now. 12-3 is not letting that happen today.
Stay safe.
Yeah, just like with Jules in the last map, we saw so close to greatness, but Pugs unfortunately will not be able to find almost one of the craziest clutches you will see in this tournament. But unfortunately, it did not feel the best at the end of the day, as now Vantix are heading towards C, and they're going fast.
They'll be just barely going to be able to get out of there. So it looks like Nerve once again is going to give up sight, run it back, unable to find anything as Jules.
Planted.
Palms down. Remix. A push into grass. Search Party. Gonna take down the opposing Sentinel. That's gonna be 4 players. Locked up here in CT. Kevin Pugs are gonna find openers. Now the hot hands coming out for the side of Nerve. Shuts it down. Shelby finds a trade onto Zeno, and Pugs finds Mina. Search Party left now in a 1v3. Can the Cypher get anything done? Doesn't look like it. Chem will find it, and it's going to be a very successful retake here for Nerve, netting themselves a 4th round, knocking down Vantix a peg.
Yeah, they do not let Mina do anything with the run it back, and then Chem uses one of their own, lets them be able to retake that site, and unfortunately, Vantix was not able to do much about it, and now we'll see the defense find another big round on their defensive half, which is just a big dub every time you can get a round on your defense. Things in your win percentage just go up and up. Sakura really doing well so far with that 3.0 KD for this team of Vantix, but need the rest of the team to step up now to try and make it at least an 8-4 or 7-5.
See hit coming in once again, but this time into a stack. Mina gonna find the first one to Ava. Paranoia comes in, side of Nerve, and Jules goes unclear, finds 1, finds 2, but Shadow retaliates with 2 of their own, and now here's the Hunter's Fury coming out from Pugs. Looks like they'll connect onto Search Party, and finds another tag onto Mina. He dropped down so low, uses the Blaze Wall to heal up a little bit and get back to about 50 HP, but the shock darts are landing for the side of Pugs. It's a 2v2 retake
Last
now.
player standing.
Mina unable to find anything, and Shadow left with just 20 HP out of Garage. Blaze Wall is good as well. And Pugs, the IGL for NRV, finds a third on the round. The defuse comes in. NRV find a 5th round here on Haven.
Yeah, very questionable play there from Shadow, letting their Phoenix die and then force yourself into an unwinnable 1v2, but well played once again from NRV. They get back into this game. Pug's now going to tie the team lead for kills, and once again, this team is a very tightly knit, tight kill team where there is not just one hero. Every single one of them can perform. That has been the issue so far for the side of Vantix, where it has been hero plays, big players, but we need the rest of the team to contribute if they do ultimately want to win the series, as once again they're going to look to go towards the C site, last buy round until they might have to, unfortunately, not be able to anymore.
Third straight round, they're going to head towards the Steel Guard, and now going to come out on the side of NRV, pushing away the attacking forces. Now Vantix quiets down, looks to regroup. Let Search Party take over as that IGL. See any mid-rounding can come in from their side. See, looking for an open site. 3 players stacked up towards C, 2 towards A for NRV, leaving the B site looking rather vulnerable right now. But it looks like Vantix will forego that as well in favor of A site. Cam might have seen top of the head there. It's going to be Ava finding the first blood. On Search Party decided to overstay their welcome in mid just a little bit too long. Another fight here in sewers, and Kem's going to find Shadow. As Vantix now just left with 3 players. 30 seconds left on the clock. And a seemingly free C site. But Mina and Shelby like shifts passing the night. I don't know if Sakura and Zeno will be aware of this omen, but it looks like they are. Run it back coming out from the side of Kem. Sakura is there just in time to bail out their teammate. Good flash. That's going to take down Mina, and the collat almost from Sakura finds 2. It's a 2v2. The Blade Storm coming out. That's just Ava and Jules. Ava dropping down into Garage.
Last player standing.
Click with the knives, unable to find anything. The trades come in, and now it's going to be 1v1 Jules and Zeno. Jules not in position, but has a Hunter's Fury. Jules not looking to push the Sova further. It's not really planted for Zeno either, as they're going to be forced out. Recon Dart coming down, and looks like Jules is going to be sticking, but a great Recon Bolt coming out from
Last round.
It doesn't matter.
Sova.
They lose the round though. NRV wins the
I
round.
noticed that the defuse goes through. It's just a second too late. And a third straight defuse, a third straight retake coming in from the side of NRV. And how have they done that?
Sloppy plays.exe, that is how they have done that. Once again, they just unfortunately are mispositioning how they want to play this, and they throw another round. Sakura gives their team a chance to succeed, but the rest of the team unfortunately will deny them that round, and is going to give a 6-5 lead in favor of NRV GC, as they have been given the advantage to have a 6-6 half, which is perfect for your defense until they head to their attack. But we'll see if they can find a 7-5 half in general.
Luka Hot, run it back coming out from Vantix, but Pugs and Cam shut down. Smoke's gonna be going down as well on the side of Vantix, and a great start there. Last Sakura to get the scan kill. Trades coming in from both teams. Shelby finds 2. And Search Party, the IGL for Vantix can be left in a 1v2. Has the neural theft online. Could be very useful here. A lot of bodies on site. Now it's just left to Shelby and Jules. There you go. Neural theft gonna see 1 in heaven and 1 on the flank. Looks like maybe a bit of a trip to lock down that drop, but Shelby gonna reposition
Not ready yet.
towards A. Search Party now going to take up post in heaven. We'll see if NRV is gonna be
One enemy remaining.
aware of this repositioning. Search Party finds the first, unable to find the second. Down to just 7 HP. The re-swing and Jules shuts down Search Party. From one central soul to another. NRV GC going to shut down the A site hit from Vantix, and they're going to take a 7th here on their defense side going into the half.
That is, once again, another illegal play that somehow works out. Jules, fair enough finding that one, but wow, I honestly cannot believe what I'm witnessing sometimes, but now it gives a major advantage to NRV GC. They want to now hopefully win this pistol round to give their team an even bigger advantage now that they're on their attack. This is their map pick as well, so they are favored in that matter, but if you are Vantix, you are kicking yourselves because right now you are throwing after throw after throw, and we'll see if they can get back into the game now on this pistol where Vantix and NRV will look to gear up potentially towards this mid area as we do see 3 players looking to fight towards it. Sakura and Mina here. Can you give your team an advantage? Because right now the rest of them are really just throwing these rounds as Garage is going to be hit fast and the C side is looking where we're going.
Shadow finds the opener onto Jules. It's going to be all the Vice Util gone for the round. But Pugs and Ava are going to find kills of their own, and now Vantix left in a 3v4 retake here. Shadow looking to take space up Garage, but doesn't clear Ava. Find a second. Now just down to Mina and Zeno. Find one to Pugs, and Zeno's going to find a second. It's just 2v2 now. But the flank coming in from Ava, and it looks like they will be none the wiser. Turn from Mina, but just too late. The hot hands doesn't come in time, and Ava finds 4 to convert a second pistol round here for NRV as they take an 8th here on Haven.
The Jets run this game right now, and Avarice is going to give them another opportunity. They get the pistol round. They have 5 rounds in a row. Can they win this next one is going to be the question, because remember last time they completely threw round number 2 and it led to them being in a very far behind track where they eventually lost 3 in a row and then 5 of 6. We'll see if they can clean it up this time and have a bit cleaner so they can have a bit smarter of a bonus round as they're looking to gear up towards this mid area. C site has quite a few defenders, but they are going to slowly look to rotate, try to play more around this map. Only Mina is on this B site for now with a frenzy. Of course, Xeno as well peeking out towards A. Either way, these players are now just gonna swarm around, try to pick their point. They don't want to be too aggressive and give away their lives like we saw in that round number 2. So I'm intrigued to see what we'll get from NRV, as it looks like we still want to go towards B, but Shelby, of course, has made their way up through A short. So there is still a lot of question marks, especially for the defense that is rotated towards the A site. So this is where things will come down to, and Shelby will be the limelight of how this round is played out.
Really, it looks like... First I had thought that the over-rotation might not have been called for, but it looks like made the right call there. Shelby gonna be finding 2 over towards sewers.
30 seconds left.
3v5, make that 2v5 retake for Vantix here. They might just be looking down now to go down to bomb. Shelby gonna take a TP into heaven. And Shadow, none the wiser, but pulls out the bandit in time. Finding a crispy headshot there. Throws down the site smoke. Now they might just be playing the waiting game here. Nothing really for Mina or Shadow to do with these weakened weaponry. Looks like NRV will be taking a 9th here. They begin to retreat. Mina almost finds one, and Shadow's gonna be able to clean up Mina's kill. So they claim yet another weapon. But it's gonna be a mostly clean round for the side of NRV.
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner for them this time, as this is where the game's going to begin. 2 Guardians and a Bulldog will be to this team's name against the full-on Fantal and Vandal force for the side of Vantix here. They need to get back into it as if they let this map go, we're heading to a map 3 where anything can ultimately happen. But we will have to find out if the hero moments can go so far. And it all starts with their full weapon round. No ultimate's going to be up just yet, but we'll see how the attack tends to play as NRV wants to potentially get some garage patience here, and we'll see how the defense reacts knowing that they're on the opposite side of the map.
As you mentioned, the A push coming in from the side of Vantix. NRV going to waltz into C site uncontested. Vantix here will gear up for the retake. 6 straight rounds now going in the side of Vantix. Or, apologies, in the side of NRV. As Mina's gonna hear footsteps drop as Jules comes out of window. Jules none the wiser. He's gonna find the opener. Search party finds a second in garage. Now NRV just left with 3, but Chem finds 2 of their own. It even the playing field. It's a 3v3. Xeno and Sekira though find 2 of their own. Chem just has 5 HP, unable to make any more magic happen. Finally, a round goes in favor of Vantix as they put a 6th on the board here early in the second half of Haven.
Yeah, a pretty solid bonus overall going towards Vantix's favor, but we'll see if they can use those 3 weapons to stave off all the weapons coming straight back at them, as the buy round for the side of NRV GC is going to be coming in at all fours. I didn't mind their hit onto the C site there. A bit of the transgressions that happened afterwards were a bit questionable, but overall they just did not have the right weaponry to play into it. Now things are going to get interesting as they're going to be splitting around the map once more. Jules has to be careful as a lot of aggression from this defense is playing towards A, and it doesn't look like there will be a pick just yet as we hit the C site.
First full gun round here, Sans a sheriff on search party. Once again, NRV takes a free C site. Vantix look to gear up for the retake. Jules once again inserted down main. This time looks like they might be looking towards Mina on the flank, but they're going to continue up towards B, and the timing is not going to go in favor of Mina here. Jules going to slip into the garage as the retake begins. Chem finds another 2. Shadow and Sakura finding kills of their own to make it a 3v3. Fight happening on the flank here. As Pugs and Shadow trade out once more. Shadow runs out, switches to secondary, finds the classic kill into Pugs. Now she's down to Shelby. Omen v Omen. Shelby with Shadow, and this crouch break comes in from Shelby, confirming the round. I didn't know Shadow had enough time on that anyways to make the defuse. But NRV gonna get one step closer towards forcing a map 3. Is the score now 10-6. One step closer towards us seeing that ascent here.
Yeah, we'll see what NRV can do here. The ultimate's coming up now. They have Pugs' Hunter's Fury. They have Chem's Run It Back. Some very powerful things they can use to attempt to attack these sites. And Xeno doesn't have their Hunter's Fury up just yet, so the Lone Sova ultimate can be used to great success as the attack is looking to go towards the A site this time. The uber aggression is really working out for them so far, as once again it's going to be a 5v5 retake in favor of this team.
That Chem used to almost find the kill into Shadow. Shadow makes sure that doesn't happen. We'll see if the counter Run It Back will come out from Mina here on the retake. Looks like it's going to be all 5 coming out of CT in Heaven. Ava finds the opener to search party up in Heaven. LB takes out the Run It Back, and the Stinger spray not able to find a kill. The trades keep on coming. Mina and Shadow find kills. Jules finds one of their own. Ava finds a 3rd on the round now, and all of a sudden it's a 3v1. Xeno finds a 2nd though. Now just 2 players left for NRV. Time runs low on the bomb. Xeno finds Shelby, and the Hunter Fury comes out from Pugs to secure the round. The kill maybe not going to be found. Xeno looks to escape with a Vandal. Rough round to lose there for the side of Vantix. Run It Back invested there as well, and they're going to drop onto yet another low buy round. Here we have Coach Smart calling the tack pause.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Pugs letting their teammates die just to use the Hunter's Fury is very questionable there. You could have had three weapons with fresh armor coming into this. So if there is a potential comeback attempt here for the side of Vantix, it's because of Pugs deciding to do that. But besides that, they're able to win the round. Close for Shadow and the rest of the team to get back into it. But once again, I mean, they need some hero performances if Vantix wants to win this map because they are down quite a bit. Their economy is shot. Their ultimate usage or their ultimate economy is slowly getting back up there, but they don't have to run it back, and the usefulness of their ults in general are definitely quite low comparatively of the other teams. So I'm intrigued to see what ultimately we will see from the side of Vantix, but right now it is looking shot. It's looking like a GG go next because this Haven game has been all nerve, and I assume it is going to be staying that way.
Absolutely, and I think you can't put too much on Pugs making that decision. The Hunter's Fury investment there feels well worth it, especially knowing that you'll be knocking down Vantix to a low buy. This should be, if you're thinking
Well, when it's a
on the
1v3.
side- fair, but you know, you'd rather get the round. You definitely getting the round there is very important, especially again, the low buy. You're hoping for a 12th here. Leaving Vantix to have to string together 6 rounds in a row, especially the Steel Garden coming online soon for Jules as well. As once again, we see Vantix take a lot of space up towards mid. Are they going to be aware of Sakura? It doesn't look like it. Sakura finds 2!
Down mid.
Are they able to make it away with their life as well? Just barely. Shelby is going to be able to find the kill, preventing Sakura from highway robbery almost. It's now just 3 Nerve players left standing. If you're on the side of Vantix, you're definitely going to be thinking about retrieving those rifles up in window. As you only have Xeno with the rifle being the lone hero weapon on this defender squad. So both sides gear up for a pretty hefty A fight. Shadow gonna take some damage. Shelby finds one as well. Xeno trades it out, but the paranoia lands onto both players. Finds Shadow. Great team play coming out from the side of Nerve as Ave and Shelby work together to take down the last Vantix member on site, and now Search Party left in a 1v2 with just a bandit to his name. Solid crossfire being played here. Search Party walks out, and Ava will find the 3rd kill there as Nerve make their way to match point.
Yeah, very solid from them. The ultimate's still going to be up for Vantix, but it just does not matter right now when we're seeing all Nerve in this map. Everything is going towards their favor. The Jet matchup may be tied, but the rest of the team is just completely outplaying the other, and it's unfortunate here for the side of Vantix, but they are just not looking as engaged as in the first map, and maybe that giant throw that we saw from Nerve really start to get them and bite them in the butt, because now they're playing like they should have in that first map and saying, hey, we shouldn't have lost that first map, and now we're looking to win map number 2 and force 3 as the Steel Garden going to be used super early.
Steel Garden on the site take as Nerve flood in, and the kills go back and forth, but Ava finds 2 and Kem finds yet another, a 4th kill on the round. Jewel is gonna find the Razor Vines onto Mina, and Ava updrafted into heaven with the Blade Storm. Finds the last onto Search Party, and it's going to be a convincing 13-6 win for Nerve here on Haven as we go to Ascent. Ava, absolutely dominant, posting a 327 ACS, going 23-15, MVPing for their team. And in this match, Sakura, the opposing Jet, also put up some great numbers there. But overall,
is what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Bad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT, it's hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.
Excuse me, Miss Lady, how you doing? Your body looking right, you're the type I like and I'm pursuing. Can I get a little closer so I can get to know you and exchange names and things before the night is over? All I really want is for you to back it up, go on and put your weight on it. 'Cause it's alright, do what you wanna, make me believe it. Ooh, I wanna see you hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it. Cause I don't wanna lose it. Come on, keep it moving. Excuse me, Miss Lady, how you doing? Your body looking right, you're the type I like and I'm pursuing. Can I get a little closer?
Alrighty, welcome back to Boba Bash's Matcha Mayhem for Game 3 in this tight series between these two teams of Vantix Elite and NRV GC. In Game 1, we saw a very, very close game where both teams threw and got ahead at the same time, but it was Vantix taking it 13-11, and in Game 2, it was all NRV GC taking it 13-6. As we head to this Game 3 of Ascent, the decider of the series. I'm Rhodes, joined with Status. Ponya, you're going to be observing, and crnnngyn on the production here. How are you feeling, Status, as that last map was a blowout, and now we need to see what these teams can do to close it out?
Absolutely. This has been an incredible series so far today. Great plays, some heroics coming out from both sides, but overall, very solid matchup to see who will take a week 1 win here in season 2 of Matcha Mayhem. If you're looking for the other game, Krakens versus Black Flash. Black Flash has taken a 12-9 lead in their second map, looking to close out that series 2-0. Earlier this week, we also had Optimus Biggest take a 2-0 victory over Who Me in relatively convincing fashion. And here once again we have Vantix and NRV GC. Very similar comps coming out here. Looks like it's going to be a Waylay Phoenix double duelist comp on the side of Vantix, while it's Jet Phoenix for the side of NRV. Both teams going to be running Sova, Omen, and Vice to flesh out the rest of their squad. It's going to be Vantix starting on the defense, NRV on attack.
Yeah, not surprising that Averus is going to be jumping on to that Jet once again because how dominant they were in that last map with it. So I'm intrigued to see if they can continue to just play good and solid Valorant in general. As Mina, unfortunately, after that first map was not the best one for them on the Phoenix. We'll see if they can get right back into the game. Some big things, some big shoes to fill. We'll see what these teams can ultimately do. Like you said, it is going to be the attack for NRV. It's going to be the defense for Vantix here as we begin map number 3. The first pistol round means so much to both of these teams, and both of them are looking to take it down. A split around the map, a 3-2 split, as B is where the eye candy is going to be to start this one off.
Absolutely good spread of pressure being applied along the map here for NRV. Bit of a set play. Looked like it was being posted up in A main, but Mina gonna retreat before any contact there. And Mina flashes Jules as Jules tucks away. Shadow's gonna find the first blood on Shelby. Hot hands onto Jules. Looks like it'll be all but done for the Vice player. Shadow finds another one to Ava. Just like that, this round might be over. 2v5. Make that a 1v5. All down to Chem as Shadow finds a third. Now, making their way to the spawn. Going to be heard out by Shadow, and Shadow picks up a 4-piece on the round. Very nice to start off map 3 here today.
Yeah, and they were not able to find any pistol rounds in the last map, so that is absolutely massive for the defense. And with a quadra kill, is going to be huge for themselves to be able to get put into a position for them to succeed. As we head to the next round, it's looking like only one sheriff will be bought for Averus. I mean, we have seen these rounds be close previously, but I mean, it is so difficult, especially when you're trying to penetrate any side of the defensive sites. We'll have to find out, as it looks like they are just going to look to poke and prod, potentially even get these orbs if they can.
Absolutely. 3 players grouped up here in B main. 2 in A main to start the round for NRV. So they wait to see if any of the Vantix players will get a little too aggressive. Looking for a mistake, looking for a slip up. 4 players now sitting in A main. These Vantix take a lot of space up mid. Sakura halfway down cat. Peeking into B main. As the orb is reclaimed here for the side of NRV.
There they are.
They're making their way away, and Sakura just able to get out as the NRV forces make their way into mid. Mina here looking to take first contact, finds one onto Chem, finds second on the Pugs, a third onto Ava, gets the flash out, looking for fourth, and finds it on Shelby. Now the ace online for the Phoenix player here for Vantix. Jules, the last remaining, tucked down in mid. It's gonna be the Sheriff, but the shots are errant. Jules, the classic, denies Mina the ace. Sakura cleans it up for a clean second round for Vantix.
Yeah, so close to getting an ace there, but it won't happen, but that's fine. They're able to take the round anyway. Jules gets the first kill of the game for the side of NRV, so good for you, but this is where the game will begin for themselves. 5 weapons into a jungle of weapons for the side of Vantix, as they are going to look to defend this B site quite heavily, with the attack also potentially to look to play forward here. This could get spicy real fast.
Peek for Sakura, but Outlaw's not going to find anything upon first contact. Recon dart. Good Sakura. Backhouse, I'm gonna find a first, finds a second onto Ava, and there you see the value of those razor vines for the Vice for the side of Vantix, taking those enemies down into one-shot range for the Outlaw, and now NRV left in a 2v4 to see if they can convert this third round. Third round here would be huge for Vantix. Although on the defense side, definitely widely regarded as the stronger side here on Ascent. Definitely don't want to be going down. Nothing to 3 early to start the game.
No charges left.
Finally going to come in from NRV.
Planted.
They'll get some extra credits to fund their 4th round.
Joke's over.
We'll see what level of investment Vantix wanted to use, and there you see the run-it back being used. They're going to find Shelby in hell. Hugs gets the trade, but just left in a 1v3. The IGL tucks in to hell, but Zeno finds the last kill. 3 players survive and are able to retrieve guns for the side of Vantix. They go 3-0.
Very nice for the bonus there. Hype around the game for sure, as everyone can tell this is a huge opportunity for Vantix, and we'll see if they can continue to lay down the law as the bonus round will hit with some expressive action right there out of us. So we'll see what does end up happening. 5 sheriffs going to be brought in to next, and things are now going to get intriguing as they are going to look to hit this A site where the Omen and Phoenix does lies. They're going to go fast. Are they going to be able to react?
There's 2 players here. Mina, Shadow for Vantix, but they look to be holding down site pretty well. Chem with the trade, but Shadow finds another 2.
Down A.
Lots of Chem and Pugs, and now just 2 left here
One
for
enemy
NRV.
remaining.
Shelby falls as well, and Jules with just a stinger in hand, left in a 1v4. Search party finds the closer, gets some more orbs towards that Hunter's Fury. A great sight hold from Mina and Shadow there, staving off the NRV offensive. It's going to be a 4th round, comfortably in the pockets of Vantix.
Yeah, 4-0, and now the game is going to begin. Unfortunately, though, we are going to get a tech pause, so that is a bit unlucky here. Does anyone have perms to stop the game? There we go. And yeah, this is going to be intriguing to see what does end up happening, because it is just not looking great overall for this roster of GC, where just nothing has gone their way whatsoever.
Absolutely, bit of a rough start here on Ascent. Naturally, that attack side is going to be a little bit disadvantageous. But I mean, especially on that third round where you have the weaponry advantage, you're going to be wanting to look for some sort of conversion, as Vantix have been absolutely lights out so far here.
But since we don't want to give anything away, we are going to head straight to a quick BRB screen for this tech pause. We'll be hopefully back with you in just a few moments.
So I can get to know you and exchange names and things before the night is over. All I really want is for you to back it up, go and put your weight on it. 'Cause it's alright. Do what you wanna, make me believe it. Ooh, I wanna see you. Hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it. Hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it, hit it, shout it.
Jeans tight, high heels, this is how you make me feel. Lips gloss, teeth white, apple bottoms, let me bite. Spend the night, catch a flight. We can do what you like. Feeling right, you're smelling good. Let's get this understood. Is there something you're not telling me? Are you the daughter of Frankie Beverly? It's the way you move, the way you groove. I'm a fan of you're the celebrity. She doing freaky stuff. Shout it, got me geeked up. Like Fabo, I got Play-Doh. Let me show you street love.
All I really want is for you to back it up, go and put your weight on it. 'Cause it's alright. Do what you wanna, make me believe.
All right, there we go. Welcome back after a brief tech pause. We are back in action here on map 3 of Vantix versus NRV GC. Series tied at 1 apiece so far, and Vantix have marched out to a 4-0 lead early on here. NRV GC finally on another gun round, looking to find their footing, but Shadow gonna find the opener onto Ava. Find Xeno nullifying all device utility. They're gonna be able to get onto site. 4v4 retake, but Jules with the late lurk coming in. Don't know that Vantix is aware of this. Pushing out through the Phoenix wall. 2 players on site. And here now, the flank comes in. Jules finds one. Pugs and Chem find kills of their own. Jules device on the flank. He's gonna find 2 kills to clean up the round, and finally we see NRV GC get on the board.
Yeah, they're finally finding some picks here after that P10, so hopefully they can get themselves right back into the game as Pugs and Jules both have their respective ultimates, so they can combo a bit more as Sakura will be buying a throwing operator here. We'll see if they can get anything done, as it wasn't too useful in the last map when it was bought, so I'm intrigued to see if they can find a bit more use out of it on the waylay. Won't be able to find any players too much early on. Actually, never mind, Jules will be here, so we'll see what Sakura decides to do.
Opening pick found onto Jules up in B main. Slips up maybe an errant jump spot. So now Sakura, the waylay, posted up in B. NRV look to turn their sights towards A. They will go into 2 players. Nina looks like going to be cleared. A good trade coming in from Chem, but the Razor Vines stop them from going any further. No peek coming out from the side. Vantix, but Zenel's going to be on site. Finds 2 through the smoke. Shadow cleans up Shelby to end the round, and a 5th round on the board now
I demand what I owe.
for Vantix Elite.
Yeah, Sakura's able to find that first blood with the operator, and then they're able to just turn everything else on its head. They don't have their lurker anymore. They don't have the steel garden either. So they're just able to finish off the rest of the kills on the A site. So overall, everything went the way for themselves back in the driver's seat, but we've seen them in this position before. 5-1 is a position we previously have seen a team. It was, of course, NRV GC. So will we see Vantix be able to hold on to it? Is going to be that big question here, as they will be spotted out, but the eco is heading, or the team is heading towards the B site. What will NRV be able to do?
Explosion coming out as the sight hit onto B now comes in. Nina going to be Quickly rotating through CT as they flood onto site. Shadow finds the opener. Pugs trades it out quickly. Now Mina peeking out of CT will find one late. Backside the kill will go through for Pugs, and that's a 3v3 retake. Jules once again lurking their way through. All the way up through A. Looks like Sakura's ready for it, takes the shot, and Jules' lurker is unable to find anything. They know now that the two remaining players are both cooped up in that B site.
Joke's over!
I see the retake come in, the run it back coming in from the side of Mina. Knock goes over the wall. Chem shuts it down, but the recon bolt as well revealing the position. Chem finds another one on Sakura. Flash comes in and Pugs falls. Oh, house, but Chem finds two to end the round. Great spray transfer from Search Party onto Mina there. The 2v3 site hold holds true for NRV GC as they find a crucial second round here. Once again, on attack side, it's sent every round counts, and that is going to be one that is definitely stinging for the side of Vantix.
Oh, Status, you like that one? That was the loudest you have gone today for that clutch there, as absolutely massive for them. They now have potentially 5 ultimates heading into this next round. NRV could potentially be back in it as their economy can slowly begin to rise, as a Drake Dart will start off this round.
Both players now going in, but the Waylay ult's going to come out, stalling the push for the most part.
Joke's over! You're dead!
On the other side of the map, Jules going to find a pick onto her opposite. Run it back, finds nothing. Sakura and Mina both finding damage in A main. As NRV look to turn their sights towards B. From the shadows coming in from Shadow himself, as the Steel Garden comes out in retaliation from Jules, looking to make this 3v4 site hold stand true. Paranoia stalls a little bit longer. Looking at Jules now in this positioning. They're going to be found out. Shadow finds it. It's just 2v4 now. Bugs falls to me in the struck alt. Shelby. Shadow finds a third on the round, and it is a clean retake for the side of Vantix as they take a 6th.
Yeah, they do their job. They get it done. Shadows 13-3-2 right now, playing a lot better than what we've seen so far in I mean, actually, that's not been true. They just had a bit of a poor map number 2. Shadow is right back into it, though. Same as Mina. They are looking like their map 1 cells, where they just completely cleaned the floor and was the reason they won on split in general. And now Shadow and Mina are right back to it, getting the job done. And now up 6-2 in this game. Can they continue to put on some pressure? Looking at the other team, though, Pugs does have a Hunter's Fury available, but now that they're back onto an Eco and Chem the only one with a hero rifle, things are still going to be increasingly difficult for this attack to play into, as they do have the bomb towards A for now. Mina will collect the run it back, so the defense have a gigantic advantage, and they're going to look to use it.
Absolutely, was just about to say myself, Shadow and Mina absolutely dominating here. And of course, just as I say that, Ava going to be popping out of the smoke with the Blade Storm, taking it down, but Search Party finds the trade Sakura there. Also going to find a pick onto Jules, who maybe got a little too aggressive into that B main space. Weaker buy here for the side of NRV, but the hero rifle from Chem going to find one. Will Nina look to contest further? Smoke comes down from Shelby as NRV actually pivot towards A. Xeno waits. Device util. Not making any effort to make their motives unheard. Chem gonna take a crazy swing on Xeno, and he finds that opener on this site.
30 seconds
and
left.
that's a 3v2
Spike planted.
here for NRV. Just the two duelists for the side of Vantix as they look to find a way back into the site. Gonna spot out at least one player there. Wallbang drops Mina to just 50 HP. Sakura with a nice wallbang shot there.
Enemy remaining.
Sakura finds a second on Shelby.
Player standing.
And now it's just down to Pugs, the IGL versus Sakura. Shots go back and forth, but Sakura is gonna come out on top in the end with the 4K. 2v3 retake here for Vantix. Will net them a 7th round here. Early in Ascent. I can't help but think maybe just a little bit of miscommunication, the spacing maybe a little bit off, the trades didn't quite come through on that site hold for NRV. And it results in yet another round for Vantix on their defense side.
Yeah, Sakura 9-2-2 with a very nice triple kill. Will give them a 7-2 lead, looking completely opposite than the last map, as we'll still see Pugs with the Hunter's Fury available. Chem one off that running back, which I assume they will get towards the A sites here. So Xeno has to be careful towards that area. Mina, of course, still has the run it back of their own, but this is going to be a big retake opportunity. And here we go. Chem going to hit the site with the run it back.
There's the Vice Wall as well. That looks like the rest of them will be flooding in from Tree. Xeno still playing back. Jenny takes some damage from Spam, but finds Spam kill of their own. Now a Steel Garden comes out from Fennel, as does the run it back. Chem finds one with the classic. It's a 3v3 now. Mina finds another one. A jumping kill from Sakura. Pugs trades it out, but Mina finds another one to Pugs, and now it's just Jules with the late lurk. Finds the first one to Mina, as Mina's unaware, but the last fight in A Heaven goes the side of NRV as Jules finds a second on the round, putting a third on the board for NRV, prompting Smar to call a timeout on the side of Vantix.
Yeah, we're going to get that timeout now for Vantix. Like usual, they lose a round, they call a timeout, just try to get everything nice, set, and going, but they still have that 7-3 lead. Ideally, they would like an 8-4 or 9-3 if they can help it, but now we will, of course, see the other team be able to play into them. Run it back's going to be traded in that round. Sakura is one off that convergent pass that could be used, but once again, Hunter's Furies are going to be available. Will we finally see these Sovas let it rip? Will be that big question here, as both of these teams are really hungry for this next round win, especially this NRV team, who have fallen slightly behind. So I'm intrigued to see what they will ultimately be able to do. But here we go again. What will they be able to fight into?
I think we're also seeing the value of the Vice not really coming through, as opposed to a more info-heavy Sentinel such as Cypher or Killjoy, where you're getting a lot of that map control earlier in the game. These lurks from Jules have been absolutely deadly in almost every round, every one of their round wins so far. We've seen Jules come up big because a lurk has paid off, and they get 2 or even 3. So we're just seeing the choice of the Vice come through, having some big impact here. Definitely something to see if Vantix will be capitalizing as well on when it's their turn to be attackers. Once again, we see a 4-1 setup, with Jules taking some heavy damage early on in this round. As the other 4 members of NRV head towards the A site. Jules looks to take a timing. Ava is out onto site, finds one onto Shadow, but kills come in from Vantix as well. Jules unable to find anything on the lurk, and now it's just Pugs and Ava in a 2v4. Hunter's Fury is going to be brought out on the side of Vantix, and Xeno finds a nice kill into Ava there, leaving Pugs in a 1v4. We've seen some crazy shots in the clutch situation come out from Pugs before, but not
last round
today. As Vantix clean house, putting an 8th on the board and dropping NRV to an eco buy in this last round before the half.
Xeno with a very nice round for themselves. Hasn't had the best series so far, but does find a very nice round for themselves with that triple kill. And we will see how the future does bring for this team, as once again, it is going to be as buy as you can for the side of NRV GC, as they really don't have much. This convergent path used early.
Path along with the Paranoia, and Chem no choice but to vacate that corner, what was easily taken care of. Ava, nice Sheriff headshot, but Vantix players are closing in on their kills. Should probably find another Ava with another Sheriff kill. Retrieves a rifle, but it's a 1v3. Now online. Sees 2. Shocked out.
How would that hit?
A bit of geometry being played here for Search Party. As the drone might be able to seek out this last player as well. Ava, 4 and 11. Definitely having a bit of a rougher game from last round. They absolutely dominated the Vantix squad on Haven. Find just one more before
Switching sides.
Shadow cleans up, making it a 9-3 half here for Vantix. Now, if you're NRV, what are you thinking heading into this defending half? You're on more advantageous side. You have the Vice util, you have the Phoenix, the Sylvie util, a lot of good ways to prevent sight hits, but what are you looking for exactly on the defense side here?
Mostly to win, you know, that usually goes a long way, especially in the pistol rounds where NRV has been better overall in the pistols. It is 3-2 in favor of them, so that is going to be the main thing I'm looking at, but overall the rest of the team needs to step up right now, especially Avarice, who I was really expecting a lot from this map, has just not been it, has died every single round and only 5 kills to their name, so we'll see what they decide to do, but definitely going to look forward to seeing if the Jet can be one of those main contributors stepping up as the attack is looking to hit this B site right here as at least the Vice is set up, so it's going to be a bit hard with those Thorns.
Definitely having your star duelist go quiet on map 3 is not exactly what you want to see. Vantix look like they'll pick up right where they left off before the half. Xeno finds the first. Jules able to only find one on site before being overwhelmed. Maybe even one is generous there. The trades come in for NRV, and it'll be a 2v3 here. Ava and Shelby left. Party dropped down a little bit less health. He spams. For a little bit of damage. Share shots going through. Shelby finds Search Party. Nice 2v1, and now it's just Shadow left in 1v2. Top frag here, but Shelby trying to find, I believe that was a right click on a Shadow. Ava and Shelby successful in the 2v3 retake. They're going to take a pistol here. Pistols will go split 1-1 on Ascent here at least. NRV might have a way back into this game.
Yeah, not bad for them at all. We'll see if NRV can indeed take those reins and really get back into it. Does the 9-3 curse really exist? Is what we're going to be asking ourselves as we get into this one. Guns afloat for the defense once more, and like I said in the first half, and now it is very difficult to play into Ascent, especially when the other team has weapons, so we need to see a very special throw if they are going to be able to find this round, as once again the Vice utility on this B site is going to come into play potentially if they decide to commit to it, but for now we will get that slow rotate and potentially into Avarice with this Marshall.
Here.
Absolutely good. Map control taken early here. Taking space up A main. Now re-exploring mid. Ava with the Marshall looking to do good damage. No shield spot on the side of Vantix, so that gun is essentially an operator. One shot, one kill. Vantix look to work their options. Re-smoking mid. The team looks to group up towards... Looks like they'll be ending A here. A lot of space taken up B main though. Kills will come in. Sakura finds out the classic. But Ava takes the time to peek out and get a kill. Jules and Chem kills of their own. Xeno able to only find one before Shelby cleans up. 3 guns will be saved on the side of NRV in a very clean second round here.
Not terrible damage at all either from Vantix. As here we go. This is where the game really matters for NRV. We've seen bonuses won before, and this bonus is going to matter so much to the losing team here of NRV GC. What will they decide to do on the defense to give their team an advantage when they do not have the weapon advantage at all? Mina is probably going to get pumped into for another orb as well. So Chem's going to try to delay it as long as possible, but you cannot let them have the run it back in this round especially.
4 members of Vantix grouped up here in A main. Looking to pop. The recon bolt goes a bit awry. Regardless, let's continue scaling up and taking space. Chem and Shelby laying back sight as the rest of NRV rotates over, provide assistance. Paranoid comes out in the waylay dash. Sakura finds the opener on Shelby. Chem Nice trade there, but the double swing from Heaven as is good. Jules finds Sakura. Traded, of course. That's an even 3v3 here. Bomb yet not down, and Ava finds one with the Marshall. Will the second be gifted? Sees just the corner of the gun barrel. Dash is gonna run out. Tag Xeno.
One enemy remaining.
Finds a second, and Pugs is gonna clean up Search Party. That is a convincing third round in a row. The gun disadvantage means nothing to the side of NRV as they march on, prompting a timeout to be taken for the side of Vantix once again.
Yeah, and it is going to leave them in a terrible position now as everything that could have gone right for NRV has gone right. So it is a huge opportunity for them to retake this game back into their potential control as Vantix just not looking like the same team they were just a few moments ago. The defense really showing up in this map on the better side, as I am going to be a bit scared if I was the coach here for the side, or just the team in general if you are Vantix, throwing another potential lead to this GC team where we have seen them come back from this type of thing before, and it was close, but last time at least they did close it out. Will they be able to do it this time though?
Absolutely, and definitely if you're Coach Smar on the side of Vantix, you're going to be looking at your ult economy. Have some big ones coming up. The run it back available now. Steel Garden not too far behind, but it is going to be an eco round. As Vantix will look to Sheriffs and Stingers to try to convert a Thrifty. Get a foot back into this game. Once again, the Outlaw from Ava going to be doing some major damage. Only one player buying heavy shields. Looks like Ava has a solid read here as Vantix players lean towards the B side, but looks like they'll be exploring towards mid. Ava sees the shoulder of Search Party and able to find that first blood. The remaining 4 players are going to push up mid, but the Vice Wall is going to separate them. Ava and Pugs now looking for more shots. Ava finds a second on the round to Sakura. Once again for Vantix, the bomb is going to be left all the way back in B main. They're going to have to retreat. All this space taken up mid. Might be for naught. They have to retreat towards B main. Ava holding ever steady with the Outlaw. Looking for another punish. As Vantix group up. Look for a push here. Just as Ava stepping away, they're gonna take a good timing on the peak. Meanwhile, find Pugs.
Thorns are alive. 30 seconds left.
They're gonna go down. Shadow will find another kill onto Jules. All of a sudden, it's a 3v3. It's looking very scary for NRV here. Until you have Ava coming in with a third on the round. Bomb's gonna go down for Vantix. Still 3v2 retake looking pretty favorable for NRV. Just as I say that, Xeno will find with the stinger. Outlaw shot almost goes awry, but Shelby is able to clean up the remaining 2. Almost scary there for the side of NRV, but they're able to quell any uprising. Vantix might have been planning there. Ava and Shelby escape with their lives, and a 7th on the board, 4th in a row for NRV.
Yeah, well played from Shelby. Find those 2 final picks. Mispositioning once again from this team is going to haunt them, as, I mean, Vantix cannot really just afford to make these mistakes anymore of doing that super over aggression. Instead of just remembering this is a team game, not a solo game, as gives away their life and in turn the rest of the team, as it's a 2-round game now. It is going to be a full buy for both these teams heading into this, as Averick with an op will miss its first shot.
First shot just errant as Ava looks to find a second. Almost flicks on a Search Party there. Unable to find anything. Vantix scale up towards mid. Look to take some space. The NRV players are going to be pushed back towards site. Run it back and Steel Garden online here for the side of Vantix as they look to regroup back towards B. the sole player on A. Shadow going to retreat as well. The rotations have already come in for NRV, and it's just Pugs now alone on this B site. Has the Vice neutral for some support. But Mina's gonna wrap all the way around and find Pugs. Assisted by a Vice Flash that looks like it came out of nowhere. 4v5 retake here now for NRV.
Spike planted.
Vantix look to finally get around on the board in their attacking half. Shelby using the From the Shadows to reposition for her team. As Flood begins to come back in. Great flash coming out. The kills come from both sides though. They're traded pretty well. Jules, Shelby both finding one. And with the up as well. Now just Shadow. Are remain, but they're unaware that a player could be lurking behind in main. Shadow peeks out, takes a great timing. Ava just caught the Blaze Storm as well, so that's not going to be able for use. Could have come in handy, especially as now NRV are going to be dropped to a save round should they lose a second round in a row here. But overall, some great team play. For a second, it looked like the kills were coming in for the side of NRV, but Vantix able to shut it down. Great timing taken from Shadow, and they lock it down.
Yep, and the operator retake unfortunately doesn't go to value. Gonna use that Blade Storm too, so yeah, just nothing going well there for NRV as they're gonna look to get aggressive here.
Some big kills come out here early on the side of defenders. Jules and Ava both claiming one of their own. Now just a 3v5 left for Vantix. They're looking for an 11th, but this round hasn't started off too strongly for them. Sakura gonna get caught out mid. They'll find a trade, but Jules traded out relatively quickly. Search party left alone in a 1v4. Yep, the paranoia comes out. Search party only able to find one for Ava. Cleans it up. A 5th round on defense for the side of NRV, and an 8th as they close the lead to just 2.
Yeah, they've made things extremely more interesting here as they have won 5 of the last 6 rounds. We'll see how they do decide to play moving forward. Jules and Chem both with their ultimates. Sakura and Search Party with theirs for the side of Vantix, where things are going to go awry. Not much econ though here for the side of Vantix, so I'm intrigued to see if they can make it work overall, as the defense overall is also just laying back and waiting for the attack to come into them.
Both trade out early, and here Sakura going to dash out early on to site. Treats. From the Shadows also going to be taken out from Shadow, but cancels. It's replaying. Run it back, comes out from Chem, but finds nothing. Chem eventually finds Mina. Sakura will find with the classic. Chem finds a second onto the main player, as now NRV have all but swarm onto site. Shadow and Xeno doing everything they can, but it's a 2v3 site hold, and Bomb is still not yet down for Vantix. Recon Bolt with the paranoia, great util combination. Now Xeno just left alone. Chem finds a 3rd on the round. And Shelby takes a good timing to find the last kill into Xeno. A 9th for NRV, and once again, NRV looked great on this defender path.
Yeah, and we're going to get the operator bot by Averus here. We'll see if they can find some good value with it. On the other side, we got Sakura's ultimate and Search Parties, so it could be intriguing to see if they will use them heading into this round, but they love this B site. They're just going to keep hitting it. Jules going to keep trying to defend. We'll see if it works out. No operator on the side of the map, so it is going to be a party towards this area, as that is not a shot or dart, so everyone knows they're here.
Absolutely, and we're just seeing maybe a lack of adjustment made inside of Vantix. They're refusing to take another map control. As you said, they've been loving this B site. Dark gonna be tagged for Sakura. They're gonna make it out with their life. But the conversion path comes in from Sakura. They look to be investing some ult into this round, and the kills are in fact going to be going towards their way. Both Jules and Pugs falling on the side of NRV. It's now a 3v5 retake. Shadow gonna TP into main, unaware of the player lurking there. And Chem finds 2 to make this just 2v2. They run it back now online. Zeno shuts that down relatively quickly. But it's Ava and Chem, the 2 duelists for NRV. A great flash coming in, and Ava cleans up both kills. The score is even here on Ascent. It is 10-10. Great retake coming in from the side of NRV. Vantix just looked a little bit lost. They were unaware of the flank coming in. We saw Shadow, who again is leading the charge here, doing everything he can for the side of Vantix, falling because they didn't have the proper flank wash or weren't aware of Shelby lurking up there. It's a free kill there. Now Vantix finally going to be dropped to an eco round. 5 sheriffs heading into this 21st round.
Yeah, Vantix throw on throw on throw. They had a good opportunity once again to win a round, but the B site curse for them is just not working out. Every time they try to defend B, they just group up and they get absolutely melted down. So another good round here for them. For the side of NRV, my apologies, as we'll see what Vantix, what shenanigans they'll get into, as they're all going down through Cat. They have not done this before, and they're going to be spotted now.
Stealing sight.
Great paranoia coming in. Ava with the operator out of main. Gonna get hit with the hindrance. This looks like a little bit scary. Ava's still gonna find one. Zeno takes down Ava before further, and all of a sudden, it's a 3v4 retake. And NRV is sitting there thinking, how do we get here? A rifle and an operator recovered for the side of Vantix. They don't have a whole lot to work with. The Steel Garden could come out. Again, Zeno might be playing far enough to be able to get out of that radius before it does too much damage. So now posted up in heaven, getting ready for this retake. Paranoia comes out from hell. Sakura looks for the kills. Chem's gonna be able to lock on Sakura's head, finds that one. Jules finds a second, and Sheriff shots in hell are errant. Now left to Zeno with an operator in main, unable to find anything. The defuse from Jules comes true with time. Zeno finds Pugs, but the operator going to be not quite reclaimed. It doesn't matter because the funds are there for the side of NRV, and for the first time here, NRV have got a lead on Ascent, taking an 11-10 advantage here.
Absolutely crazy that they let it get to this far, but this is a huge opportunity now for NRV GC. They have 4 ultimates available heading into this next round, and of course Everest has the operator, as might be able to strike early on.
And strike early it does, as Mina takes a swing into mid from tiles, but Ava shuts that down immediately. Numbers advantage already going for the way of NRV. They look to find a 12th. This could be yet another crucial round, as the economy is just not there for Vantix quite yet. Some shots traded in main.
Pinpoint.
They got pushed off, but Xenon's search party actually going to find picks. Ava on the re-swing into mid. It's going to be shut down. The numbers will go in favor of Vantix and Zeno. A few errant tosses of the Razor Vines there. Not exactly getting the util usage that might be desired for the Vice player. Pugs playing back Boathouse. He's going to find one before Search Party trades him out. It's a 2v3 retake here now for NRV. Chem, we've seen though, still alive and has been so good in these clutch situations. Taking up residence in main. It's going to be 2 players on lane. The paranoia comes out. Chem and Shelby find one. Sakura trades it, and it's just Sakura versus Chem. Sakura just barely finds their way out of it. Flash from Chem lands, but it's ring around the rosy now. Who will strike first? Chem drops down, and Sakura takes a good timing onto the drop. Chem unable to make the 1v1 happen. Unable to convert that for NRV. The score will be evened at 11.
Yep, pretty cool there from Sakura finding that round, and now the game is evened up again, looking down the barrel of near overtime, depending on how the next couple rounds do go, as 5 ultimates available for NRV GC, or sorry, yeah, for NRV GC. We'll see if they can use them well, is going to be the big question here, as Vantix as well, with ultimates of their own.
Absolutely, as you mentioned, 5 ultimates on the side of NRV. And you're thinking this might be pretty hard to lose if you're NRV, as long as they use it well. First contact can be taken up mid. Xenil and Ava. Shots go awry for both sides, and Ava now just down to 1 blade.
Give me those.
And Xenil's unaware of the mid push. Ava refreshes the blade storm. NRV takes numbers advantage here in this crucial round. Bit of regrouping to be done. Shadow looking to throw a fake towards A main, grabbing the orb. The drone from Pugs is going to be unable to find much else. Great shot from Jules onto Sakura. Now just 3v5 here for Vantix as their numbers drop 1 by 1. A little mid-fight, Shadow will come out on top. Here's a run it back from Mina. Steel Garden comes out in retaliation from the side. From the defenders. Back to shut down and with another pause. On the back of his own, but kills come in on both sides. Pugs finds Shadow.
10
now it's
seconds
just Mina
left.
and 1v3. Just 7 seconds left on the clock. Bomb left in main. Some great positioning, great peeks coming out from the side of NRV. Brings them to match point. Series point here. Vantix have to do everything they can to push the series into overtime on an eco buy.
It's going to be very difficult. Shadow with the lone rifle, going to try them, bring them into overtime if they possibly can, but if you are on the side of this Vantix roster, you got to think it was in your hands. 9-3 was the score. Now Averus with this operator going to try to put it away.
You know, once again walking to the operator. I don't know if the shoulder was shown, but Dash gonna run out. Ava holds true. First shot is good, but Xenil able to trade that out with the stinger. It's an even 1-for-1 trade. Now Vantix take more space up mid. The spam through the smoke gonna do some damage. Not enough to yield a kill. Now the Steel Garden gonna come out from Xenil. Unbeknownst to them, there's no one on site, and it's not gonna have too much value. Hunter's Fury coming out down the side of Pugs and NRV. He's gonna find one onto Xenil. Jules again finds one, and now it's just down to Shadow Search Party. See if they can keep this alive. Search Party finds one.
Enemy remaining.
Shadow finds another 2, and it's just left to Shelby to win the 1v1, convert the retake. Unbeknownst to Shadow, Shelby's already slipped through. We'll definitely hear the drop down. Begins the defuse. Shadow sneaks around, and Shelby doesn't know where Shadow's lurking. In shadow like a thief in the night.
Switching sides.
Finds a 3K when Vantix needed it most. 12-12 as we head here in the final map of Vantix Elite versus NRV.
Crazy
so far.
Yeah, it's a crazy series. Probably the most craziest series we've had so far in Matcha Mayhem, as this is going the distance here as long as humanly possible. This game could go. We might be here for another hour at this point with how close this game could be, but we'll see how it now all looks to go, as the attack is once again going to be for the side of NRV, where they did struggle quite a bit, so maybe Vantix gets back that advantage.
Definitely in overtime. Game is going to be who can win that attacker side round. NRV trying to make a case for why it should be them, but Vantix do well. Mina finds 2 early on, but Jules again on that lurk, able to find a pick from B main all the way to Cat. Let's make it an even 3v3 as we transition into the mid-round phase. NRV looking for a way in, looking for a weakened site. They'll be heading into Xeno on the Vice Util here on B. And Gino ducking under, finds the first onto Shelby, but is unaware of the cross, but Xeno able to get a footing in time. 40 seconds left on the clock. NRV looks to take some space up into market.
Got spike.
Bombs reclaimed by Chem, who will head
30
to
seconds
site.
left.
To drop that down. That's a 3v2 retake. Numbers in favor of Vantix here. On the defending side. And if NRV can convert this, this would be huge. Especially with how much trouble. Sakura's looking the wrong way, and Jules able to find the first one. Now Chem left into 1v2. Both players for Vantix are going to be heading towards lane.
One enemy remains.
Chem finds a good timing on the first one, but unable to find the second as Search Party trades out the Vice. And the first overtime round will go in favor of Vantix. They take a 13. Now it'll be on them to see if they can close it out.
Match point.
Like I said, they have the advantage starting off on defense where they were much, much better looking, and now we'll see if we can see NRV get back right into the seat to play a bit better than previously. I would really look at getting Chem those orbs if you possibly could, but since it's on defense, it's going to be quite a bit harder, and it's going to be either way a difficult hill to climb, but they have had a very good defensive half, and we'll see if they can succeed on it.
Absolutely. Early contact taken up in B main. Jules and Chem. Almost Shelby are stacked up towards mid. Davis taking up so much space, and the paranoia comes in. Sakura, but Sakura hits a crazy shot into Shelby. Kills come through. Xeno finds Pugs, but Ava on the flank is gonna find Search Party. And they take down Jules. Sakura in very advanced positioning. Now it's all just down to Ava. How have they done this? 4 members of Vantix still standing. And after coming back all the way from 9-3, it's left just to the sole duelist for NRV. Ava left in the 1v4 with nothing left to do as the members of Vantix close in. 14-12 final score. Vantix Elite take their first victory of the season, outlasting NRV here on Ascent and taking the series.
Yeah, well played from them. Shadow doing so much for their team overall. 27-17